yeah, please. Yeah, let's get
yeah.
started.
Hey, Sash.
Thank you,
Hey,
man.
Sash.
Hey, Sash.
Hello.
Hey, Sash.
I'd like to thank the recorder for proposing these episodes until perpetuity, or at least until the downfall of Western civilization.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are in-
So Eastern civilization may enjoy it.
I somehow think that if the communists win World War III, then I suspect that Arctic files will be purged. That's my.
They're
expectation.
unlisted on YouTube. They can't be purged.
Yeah, true.
They need to get the link.
Yeah, they didn't get the
That's right,
purge it.
We're operating in the dark web.
Unlisted YouTube is dark web.
That's right. It's the same thing.
Just tag it as communism. They'll be good.
That's
Cool,
right.
cool. I love communism. Wink.
Indeed.
They won't take it down now. We're praising them.
That's right. We are sycophants.
Cool.
Bryn Shander. It's in Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale lies beyond the spine of the world. You arrived here by flying castle, wearing hat, and there's a lot going on in Bryn Shander. It's not a very exciting town, or it wasn't until 20 minutes ago. You are currently standing at the gate, and battle has broken out between you and some frost giants. These frost giants have come. The Ring of Four Seasons, powerful magical artifact which is meant to give control over the weather. Indeed, it is said that you can make it winter during the height of summer, and so on and so forth. And
Oh,
these
Jackie's
frost... Welcome, Jackie. These frost giants aren't leaving until they get what they've come for.
And combat has started.
We shall put Luro down on the map.
Ah, yes.
She can roll for initiative, and then we will begin.
Does she gain control over an NPC, or do we have the right amount?
I can't remember.
I think the sheriff and someone else was
Oh,
still needing
gone.
to be taken, weren't they?
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NPCs, unless I'm counting very badly. 7
there's 6
NPCs,
players.
sorry. 7 NPCs.
And there's 7 players.
I had night
So she gets 1 character, which, I don't know.
Might be the dwarf, maybe?
I've got Devessa.
I've got night left.
Balrog.
I got
Anyone
Sulek.
got Orgrek Brighthelm?
Arctic, could you disconnect or kick Jacko? Her Discord's messing up.
Roger.
Yeah,
I mean, just disconnect, don't kick.
Yeah.
Just ban her.
Yeah, she's not in chat at all. Yeah. Well, I know she's popping in and popping out, but
What's wrong with the
wait
Discord?
till she-
Hello?
Are you working? Is it working now? Then
Can you
I'll
hear me now?
kick in 3, 2, 1. Kick.
Get out of here.
Discord shenanigans. Tell her to see if it works on through the browser. Try the browser Discord. That might
Yeah, that's
be a
happened to me
temporary
before.
fix. Terrifying.
Really?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think it works quite as well.
Truly ahead of their time.
You can fix it on your own by installing the browser. It's it's not a.
Same thing.
I think most of us in 2019 know how to install a program off the internet. All right, so she's been kicked. Does that mean it has to be re-invited, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Because for some reason, kick means entirely from the server until you re-invite them, instead of just
Shit.
kicking them for a couple minutes or something, you know?
You'll also have to give it back the whatever the member
Mission.
and SKT.
I'll get that.
role. Do you know how to
Yeah,
do
can you
that?
get Sash to do this if he's not? He might be running a game though.
Do you know how to?
No,
just-
I don't, but I can work it out.
So we're
Yeah.
like, because she'll only be part of the general
Is
you
she,
can right click
though?
her in the she's part of the general chat, at the very, very general chat. So click on general and you can see a user list to your right.
Oh, she's right at the top there. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
then
I'll
right
just give her
click on
a
her,
roll.
And
Roll
then
of
over
Storm
rolls,
Kings.
give her member
Yeah.
and Storm Kings.
Yeah, cool. That's easy enough. So
That's how you
done.
apply rolls.
Yeah, she should be theoretically back again. No.
I tried to invite. Did anyone send her a link? 'Cause
She's
I
in the
tried to.
ch-
No,
she's in
she's
the
on.
channel.
She's in.
Oh,
She's
like,
here.
She's
She's
like
on join the
online.
channel.
Just hasn't
She should
joined.
be able to join the channel.
She's just very
She's-
confusing.
She's not. Has she been given the role member as well?
Maybe not. Yeah. Probably just SKT and not member. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, she's got both roles now.
At Jackie. I wrote at Jackie instead of at M. Technical difficulties are
Yes.
a pain.
Thinking the same thing.
If only everything just works smoothly. Oh, hello. Mike's mate. Is it just a
Hello.
mic that
It might
isn't
be a
working
net
for her?
problem or something too.
Can she hear us?
Oh yeah, let's type. Can you hear us when you join? Oh, hello.
Muted now, which is a good sign. Maybe.
Hello.
Because one time I had a problem with my microphone where it didn't use the default, well, it didn't use the right microphone, so I had to go into the settings and just change it to the correct one.
Sometimes if you unplug a headphone and plug it back in, you have to like fully close Discord for it to pick up though.
Did it?
Oh,
There we
hello.
go. There we
Hello.
go. There we go.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoop, whoop.
What was wrong?
Hello. I don't know. It's still doing it with
Ah,
the other browser.
Okay, interesting. What are you doing it through right now? The app or the
Chrome.
browser?
Chrome, yeah.
Chrome.
Ah,
The
through
app
Chrome.
is cucking. I don't know. It did it to me last night too.
Alright, alright.
Like, install it, reinstall it.
Try and if there's a repair option for Discord, try that. But yeah,
Oh,
I don't know if there's a repair one.
oh.
welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
Ooh.
All right. Are you in roll 20? Is
Yeah, get in now.
getting in. All right. Well, we are currently in a town called Bryn Shander. It's far up in the frosty, frozen lands beyond the spine of the world, up in the far reaches of the north. Now, we've come here to deliver an axe, and we've done that. And we've been kicking around and getting a bit bored and just about ready to pack up and leave without much idea of what we do next until along came a band of frost giants led by a female who calls herself the daughter of the Jarl. And this woman, this frost giant woman, has a couple of giant white wolves, each as big as horses, and just so many soldiers. I think I'll give you a look at just how many frost giants have been brought to this battle. The town has been surrounded, and there must be 10 or maybe even 15 of these massive frost giants perched all around the town, ready to smash down the walls and pillage and plunder. But they specifically come for one thing in particular, and that is the Ring of Four Seasons, a magical artifact that is meant to turn summer into winter. Negotiations have broken down. We have attempted to reason with them, but they seem beyond reasoning. And if I'm not mistaken, we launched the first volley of fire anyway. Sounds like us. And so we're ready for battle. If you want to take your character and roll for initiative, we'll add you to the initiative. And if you want, you can have an extra character as well to fight alongside you, a dwarf, a girl who's loyal to Bryn Shander. But if you don't want to take her on, that's fine too. it's up to you if you want the extra.
I'm actually Luro.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. No worries. And if she can sort of keep the dwarf keeps people out of the way and prevents them from getting hurt.
You need to add me on the initiative board too, Arctic.
You can just roll again.
Yeah, just roll
and then
again. If you
use
want,
your
you can-
last number and then change it
Yeah.
yourself. And
Yeah,
press
that's
enter
it.
afterwards.
What level are we, guys, again?
4?
The
Yeah,
four
we're
still?
4.
Okay,
We
good.
didn't level up last time.
Yeah, 4.
Okay, good. You're good.
Had to think about that for a second.
I'm still set at 3. Okay.
Nerd.
Are we going?
We're just rolling initiative.
Okay.
I'm still on there. That's cool.
All right. How did this
Yeah.
violence break out? Does anyone remember?
Well, it hasn't quite broken out yet.
Oh, it hasn't broken out.
I
Oh.
think
Jalax
the
has
ex-
tried to deceive them into thinking he had the ring and he would give it to them.
I think
But,
and
uh,
Wild
you know, he just
attempted to
happened
stop
to critically fail for no
Yeah.
reason in particular.
none.
And then the giants are like, we've had enough of this. And they're moving into fight.
Excellent.
Didn't Wild do something as well?
Yeah, I think Wild was moving to attack.
Yeah,
to,
Wild-
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm
attack
getting ready
on
to drop a
them.
firebomb on that bitch.
Yeah. That's what
Still
the last-
unseen, right?
Yeah, I haven't been seen yet, as far as I know.
Cool. All right, so Luro, the scene is that these giants have reached the walls, and they're not going to take no for an answer. You can see your friend on his manticore flying through the sky, about to bombard this daughter of the Jarl. They're coming for the gates, and these gates are thick and strong, but they're not going to be able to keep out giants, not forever. You have the you're ready when they're ready. There's all buildings around and streets. It's quite cluttered and cramped within, but you have the initiative, so it's up to you to decide how this all.
I hope you have a ranged weapon.
Luro's gonna really move 30 feet. Are these 10 foot or 5 foot squares?
I think they might be 5 foot. But something that you probably need to all keep in mind, for all of you, is these walls are solid, as are the gates. There's not really much to see through. The giants are tall, however. The walls are about 8 feet tall, and the giants are about 15 feet tall. So their heads and shoulders peer over the walls, but they're still quite substantial, pretty well hidden behind these defenses. So something to keep in mind.
Okay. Luro's gonna. Whoops. 20, 25, 30. Stay there with his club.
Beautiful.
Don't really know what he's gonna do.
All right. Some people scream behind you, Luro, but the sight of your size gives them some reassurance that their lives, that they will be defended. All right, Aradel.
They're going to draw their weapon. The giants have drawn their weapons or something.
They're moving towards the gate. They've been standing here and negotiating for a time, but now they're on the march.
I am within 30 feet of the main lady. Yeah.
Looks like it. Yeah. You are. Yeah.
Cool. I am going to cast Suggestion. So she must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Can you do the command beforehand? Oh,
Can
never
I do
mind.
the command
Well,
beforehand?
Yes, so I know what to do. So I knew what to do, so I can actually decide whether or not to assist.
All
But it
right.
looks like the roll happened anyway, and she failed.
Okay, so it's a couple of sentences, sentence or two. So the suggestion will be like I suggest you defend these walls from the other giants. Otherwise, you'll never get the ring essentially, because you have to say it in a way that sounds somewhat reasonable, but it is a mind-altering effect, right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it has to word in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. There you go.
All right. So she stops for a moment and thinks, and then she nods as if understanding what she must.
And then I will sort of like go back down the. I'll also yell out. Can I yell out to others like, "Don't attack the leader"? Don't attack
Yeah,
their
you
leader.
can do that. Yeah, you can give out a scream.
Yeah.
Whether they.
Because I think I made it clear last session before we started fighting that I also like reiterated that before.
Yeah, I think you did.
To not attack her, yeah.
Yeah, to not attack one that I'd cast a spell on. But yeah.
And we all heard like the thing you told her to do anyway.
Yeah, alright. Cool.
All right, Aradel, Xylos, yeah.
And Duvessa and Duvessa will
Oh
also
yeah, your NPCs, yeah.
retreat. Will sort of like I'll sort of gesture for her to come away from the edge of the wall, and we'll like sort of get out of sight.
Excellent. Profit.
I'll move 5 feet forward, like so I'm like standing on the forefront of the walls, and I'll turn and tell Civic, if his temple has like a basement that he can hide in?
If you want me to run and hide, then I can do that. But I've got magic. I can heal the injured.
If the giants get to you, it's over. Go hide.
It's over, but I don't even have the
when
ring.
it is over.
I don't have the ring in the first place.
They think you do, and that is enough. Go hide, and you have a dagger if they get to you.
He does what he is told.
I will cast Hold the Dead on this one.
All right. Wisdom.
So, with the Staff of the Slave thing, it does what to the damage? It like, increases the damage dice, doesn't it?
If it's damaged,
If it's
yeah,
damaged, it's a D12. If it's
Yeah.
not damaged, it's like a D8.
yeah, I think
No,
so.
but I have like a
You
special
meant
magical
staff,
item.
right? Yeah. It sort of increases the die. So what is it normally a D8 and a D12, right?
Yeah.
It goes to being a D10 and 2D8.
Okay, D10 and 2D8.
Jesus.
Mm.
Bam. The bells ring out, and as
Does
they
6
do,
points of damage.
let's see, although the damage is mild, it echoes throughout the town and reverberates off the walls. And truly, the town knows that if there was not an emergency before, then it has been announced now. The battle begins with the ringing of bells. Raskan.
All right. I'm gonna move over here, I guess. Yeah, here. I'm gonna say a quick prayer to Bahamut and bless. I should make sure I know what I'm doing with this. Attack roll and saving throws. All right. Oh, I'm gonna bless. Where am I look? Can't remember names. Roz, myself, and Prophet.
Cool. All right. That gives everyone, I think, a D4 on
Yeah.
attacks and saving throws. Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
And Nylef will just. So are we on the?
It's up to you. You can be where you want to be.
Alright, cool. 'Cause that's where I was gonna be. Cool.
Yeah.
So-
I'll just put myself like up here, and Nylef
Yeah.
will shoot at this one
Perfect.
with his heavy crossbow. Oh,
He's
Nice.
skilled at fighting giants. But it's a mild blow, like a matchstick being launched at high speed into a man's chest.
and then we'll both just duck behind any barricade, I guess, if there is one.
Yeah. So you duck behind all the cover you can find. The Jarl's daughter moves forward, and when she reaches the gate, she raises her weapon and turns her back on you. The frost giants seem a little bit confused, but unperturbed. Jaraxxus.
Okay. With my movement, would I be able to make it up onto the wall?
Yeah,
Alright.
there are ladders and stairs and everything.
I'll just stand there, I guess, and I'd beckon Beldora to come with me. So that is her turn.
She does.
Before we started this, like anyone that could wield a bow and everything to make fire arrows and stand on the wall. Can I shout to them like a command on a bonus action?
Yeah, bonus action to give a command. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so like archers, left and right, oh giants on my firebolt, and so I guess I'll let them decide what that means by themselves, and I just cast a firebolt.
Cool.
My firebolt's going for this one.
Yeah, for which one was are you aiming for?
I'm going for that one, and then
Yeah,
I guess
cool.
whoever on the walls, everyone that's got flame arrows, they can just go for whatever one they feel like. I guess the left or the right one.
Absolutely. Alright, it's an excellent strike. And the fire giant's beard catches on fire, even as the arrows start hurling through the air. The archers are proficient, but not particularly skilled. They have a +4 in the air to attack. The frost giants make easy targets. Their armor is poor, and their flesh exposed. They're just so damn large. All in all, roughly 10 archers sink their arrows into each of the two male frost giants, and that amounts to a significant amount of damage, especially with all of them afire.
Just quickly, I think it should be
Yeah.
1d12 damage, not 2d10.
2d10, it's not 2, yeah, right. Yeah, it shouldn't be 2d10, no.
Oh, so
It increases the die by
no.
1. It doesn't increase the...
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a bonus die. It upgrades the die
Oh.
from d10 to d12.
Right. Okay. I'll re-roll that.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Let me just change that in my thing. So
Good DM cheat.
1d12.
Yeah,
Okay.
d12.
Right. I mean, I thought it meant like it went to the next thing. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
It goes to the next tier of things,
There
not adding an amount.
Cool. And Beldora sinks her arrow to add into the frost giant's chest. One more pincushion to an already heavily wounded beast. But at this point, the frost giants will have their revenge. They run towards the wall, and one attempts to clamber over it with an athletics check. And he's struggling to get up there. He's struggling, but there are men with maces and picks and halberds, and they're chopping at his fingers as he climbs. And he can't quite get there. The other frost giant is not going to bother trying to climb. He's just going to knock the whole thing down. And so he picks up his great axe and raises it towards the wall and delivers a series of blows raining down that shatter a hole completely through the wall. and the frost giant pours into the city of Bryn Shander as people scream and run for their lives. Roz.
Roz will pull out his light crossbow and take a shot at the giant that just came over the wall.
Perfect.
Plus a D4 as well. Rolls.
That'll do it. You don't have much armor and lots of flesh. You add your one more crossbow bolt to a pincushion of flesh.
And I'll just move 20 feet over near Prophet.
Cool. The Winter Wolves are confused. They're trying to their mistress, but she seems to have changed plans. Why isn't she smashing down the door? And each of them hold in their breath. They breathe in deeply and scan the skies and scan the region around them, trying to see if there's any threat that they haven't yet noticed, any wizard or enchanter that has caused her to lose her mind. Make her hide a stealth roll, Wild Gold, as you fly through the low clouds and attempt to get the drop, quite literally, on these wolves.
7.
And a 10. So they see you coming and snarl, and one of them howls to the other and snaps and looks up just in time to see you descending from the clouds. They're holding their breath. It's your go.
Alright. Well, I probably wouldn't have been able to see him cast a spell, and she's acting weird. Alright then. That one's gotten into the city. That one's trying to get into the city. Let's see. 40 feet. My Manticore can move 50.
Cool.
I'll put there, I guess. And I'll drop a firebomb.
Alright. At 15 feet, you are within range of the Winter Wolf's breath. And so it exhausts a discharge of frigid cold that blasts both you and the Manticore. Both of you can make a DC 12 dex saves. Beautiful.
Hold on, where's Manticore? There it is. Uh-oh.
Alright, so you only take 6, but the Manticore cops it right into the belly, shielding you from the worst of the blast, receiving 12 points of frigid damage. Just at the very edge of its breath. It could have been much worse. In any case, you drop your firebomb successfully, and the frost giant is now all aflame.
With the 2 damage, I forgot to say this. I would like to have raged, but since I didn't say it, I'm happy to rage next turn.
You raging, I think, only inflicts melee damage anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6 damage.
Alright, and the frost giant is on fire.
Oh, and I can do Balrog as well.
Yeah.
Let me just find the sheet. Hold on. I just want to...
You can, if you select the character and press Alt and double click it, I think that brings it up.
I've already got the sheet up. I was just...
Cool.
How do you change the health of them? Because...
Just get a sticky note is what I do.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll just make a...
Can you click on the number above their head? You can't do that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, can you?
Cool.
Yeah, and just press
Oh,
minus whatever
it
it
was more for
is.
the Manticore though. I can't
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Like, I don't have the Manticore out, and I wanted to
Alright,
make sure I
I'll,
changed his health.
I'll drop him down.
Balrog's movement is 40 feet. That's pretty good.
I think you need
That
to change the
was
size
great.
of Balrog as well.
No, Balrog's supposed to be this big.
He's
he?
large, yeah.
Ah, okay, cool.
Alright, Balrog's gonna come over to this one, and he's gonna hit it with a gore, which will then become charge because he moved at least 10 feet straight forward towards a target, then hits it with a gore attack on the same turn. The target takes an extra 2d8 piercing damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw, or be pushed up to 10 feet away and knocked prone. So, 2d8. An extra 7 if it's hit.
Yeah, it's hit, so did you roll? Is that 2d8 an extra damage, or is that the total damage?
I think that's the gore damage.
That's the gore. No, that's the charge
That's
damage.
the charge?
The gore damage. I'll just copy paste real quick. That's the description of charge.
Takes an extra 2d8, yeah, so,
So what's the base
so
damage?
one, so,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry, I didn't roll
Yeah,
gore damage.
that's
I forgot
right.
that I've got that turned off.
yeah.
So 16 plus 7, so 23.
Oh, 23. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. Beautiful, that's a good
23,
hit.
and he's pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Ah, because it's
It's a-
DC 14 and I got a 13, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's a beautiful maneuver as Balrog rushes forward. This giant bursts through the wall, just carves it to pieces with his axe. And then but Balrog's there to beat him, roars and charges, and sends the frost giant tumbling onto its ass. And we're back to Luro. All right, Luro, you're close to a giant that is scrambling to climb over the walls, but it's struggling to get over because there's guards hitting it with swords and axes and the like. The leader doesn't seem to be trying to break in. She's defending the place now, and the winter wolves, you probably can't see them since they're not as big as the giants, and they're behind a wall. Finally, there's another one that's been knocked over that Balrog has taken care of. What do you choose to do?
Hero's gonna pay attention to the one that's closest to him.
Excellent.
So he's gonna use Hidden Step to turn invisible for 1 round until the start of his next turn.
Great idea.
Doesn't get attacked, hopefully. Giant comes over the wall, and he's gonna move in 15.
Beautiful. The giant has no idea that you are there, but then again, neither do the guards. So you're doing your best not to have people run into you as they hack and beat down at the giant beside you. You're completely hidden. All right, Aradel.
So one got through and the other one's like trying to come through that way.
That's right.
We have a lot of people on the right side, so I'm not super fussed about that. If there's like some sort of watchtower that we were in,
Yeah, sure.
back of it, because we moved towards back, but if I can still see that one trying to climb over, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on it. It's alright, yeah, it's already 5, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, actually no, I'll cast Guiding Bolt on it. Try and hit it with a Guiding Bolt
Yeah.
to assist anyone already trying to strike it. 12 probably doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
Will not.
No.
The lightning bolt is incoming, and the frost giant swats it away with a massive hand, and it bounces off and lands in the snow and explodes.
Right, I'm gonna see if Devessa has any ranged attacks. Not really. So unless she wants to throw her one speed. That's all.
All right. She keeps giving orders, but it looks like Jaraxxus has already got command under control. Prophet, you are in among the most dangerous of positions on the map.
Well, it is fitting for the prophet to be where it is hardest.
It is.
When people speak of it, they will be like, "Oh, he's crazy." Like you need to do what he said.
That's right. He knows the future. That's why he's so brave.
And I will cast Toll the Dead on the one I did before because it is damaged now.
It is indeed. This time,
It saves.
is yelling too loud and ignores your necrotic bells. Bellowing in its own yodeling voice.
Is there cover up here that I can hide behind?
There is plenty of cover. Yeah, it's perfect for that. Lots of embattlements, embankments. Rassican.
Alright, so. How far down is the giant? He'd be like. I can't remember how tall the wall is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I do a speak as a free action before?
Sorry?
Can it speak as a free action?
Yeah.
To tell Jaraxxus to use the ring. You know, the ring he said he had.
Uh-huh. Alright, now they have a target to kill now. Alright.
I mean, they know he has they think he has the ring.
That's right.
So Proxx will be like, use the ring, destroy the...
The fence, the wall is about 10 feet high. The giants are about 12 or 13 feet tall. Yeah.
Alright, so Raskan is going to charge with his flail, and he's gonna come down and jump on top of the giant, swinging with his flail behind him, pumping everything he's got into it.
Alright, you'll need an athletics or an acrobatics check to pull this off, but if you do, you'll have advantage on your strike. Beautiful, it's magnificent, and you use the momentum of gravity to bring down your attack with advantage.
And I have Searing Smite, and I'm gonna Divine Smite as well.
You decide to Divine Smite afterwards, so you might not want to waste the point beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You are very confident, but you can still fail. So.
Yeah.
But we know you won't. We feel it in our bones. It's a decisive blow, and you break open his chest cavity.
All right. I think is that all the damage?
I don't think it rolled normal damage, did it? Yes,
yeah,
it did.
nine bludgeoning.
But no smite damage. Oh yeah, Searing Smite and Divine Smite.
Yeah, it was just really low roll on Divine Smite, 2 and a 1.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Alright, fortunately for him at least, he is protected by a mesh of chainmail. And so you break through it, but it's blunted, your blow is blunted by the thickness of his primitive armor.
And I think, is it on his turn, Saxon, that he needs to make a...
Yeah, it's on his turn. He has to make
Con
a con save to stop to not get set on fire.
So I'll just try and remember that when it's his turn.
Excellent. This one's already on fire, so we should be able to remember it.
I'll do 9 left too. Fuck, it's so hard to remember this shit.
Yeah, it's a big battle.
And seeing Raskan charge in, he's gonna charge in too.
Absolutely.
Kill or be killed. And he's gonna try and jump as well.
Alright, athletics or acrobatics for the old man?
He's got neither proficient, so I guess straight.
Alright, he leaps forward and he doesn't make a complete fool of himself. It's not as graceful as you, but an old man wearing full plate leaping off a 3-meter tall wall is pretty impressive in and of itself. He has advantage on the attack.
Oh, fuck me. This dude, rolls nat 20s fucking, every time.
A giant slayer, truly a giant slayer. And that blow, that series of blows, has severely injured the frost giant. It looks like it's being hacked to pieces, overwhelmed like small dogs bringing down a grizzly bear. This woman will guard this gate for some time yet.
Given another 8 hours.
Another 8 hours. Jaraxxus.
Yeah, I thought he was A-okay because he didn't respond to me earlier.
Ah, right. No worries, the Frost Giants then. Getting to his feet.
No, sorry, I had my mic muted.
Uh-huh.
I was talking, I
Okay.
just couldn't.
Did
Yeah,
you
'cause
respond to the use the ring thing?
I probably didn't even hear you over the fighting and everything.
Throw it to the
going on.
fire. No.
I look at Beldora and I'll tell her to hop down off the wall and help the others on the left. So she would. She has how much movement?
Probably 30.
feet.
Yeah.
So how many feet to get off the wall?
Oh, you can. It's part of your. There's stairs and there's ladders, so you can go down as part of your movement.
She'd slide down the ladder. So
Perfect.
maybe 20, 25. She'd stay there, I guess.
Excellent.
And can she see this one over here? The head or something climbing over it?
Absolutely, yeah, that's right. He's trying to get up, but every time he does, he's being driven back.
Okay. She just make 2 short bow attacks.
The first one flies far too high, but the second one only misses Luro by an inch, invisible Luro, but it sinks itself instead into the giant's chest.
Okay. And I guess my bonus action, I'll command everyone on my attack to shower both the giants with arrows again, if they can.
All right. They don't have much of a clear shot on this one, and they might hit their companions. Same with that one, for that matter. But they've been given their orders, so they fire. Roll a d20 twice. No modifiers, just a d20.
20.
Right. And the other one?
20. Oh my god.
So they fire, but they're reluctant to bring down the heroes and to interfere with a battle that's going particularly well. The wounds that the giants suffer are quite mild. And besides that, there's battles going on elsewhere too. There's another 12 or 13 giants here, and they're firing at whichever one is within range for them.
And Jaraxxus will. So let me just. Okay, I'm really sorry, Balrog. I'm going to cast. Where is it? Witch Bolt. At level. Can I do that at a higher level? I can. I'm going to cast that at 2nd level. And I'm going to twin spell it. And I'm also going to use my what's it called?
Does twin spell have to be different targets?
Yeah, it has to be 2 different targets. It
Cool.
has to be a spell that can only target one person.
Yeah.
So,
And they don't have to be like within a certain range of each other or anything?
You can spend spend sorcery points equal to the spell's level to target a creature, second creature in range with the same spell, as long as the spell at the level it's being cast is incapable of targeting more than one creature.
Perfect. So as long as they're both in range, then they can be in a completely different position.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And yeah, I'll use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on those.
Alright.
Is that wolf in 30 or is that just outside?
Yeah, that's 30.
Okay. Oh yeah, even if it wasn't, I just moved one over. And
Yeah.
now in range. So I'm gonna roll twice for Witch Bolt on both wolves if I can.
Gonna call Peter on you.
Oh, what? I just rolled damage. Why is that? Okay, I'll just do it manually.
Yeah.
Spells. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't work. Spell attack bonus is +5. Okay. So slash roll 1d20 plus
What's the
5.
first one that's advantage would be 2d20 plus 5.
Oh, okay. So a 19 plus 5 for the first one.
Well and truly a hit.
Roll 1d20 plus 5. And the second one is a 19 total. So
Cool.
219, yeah, 35, not 35, yeah.
Yeah, no, they both hit. Roll the damage separately, however, since they're different spells. They do both.
Yeah, and then the second, so one gets 7 and one gets 8.
Cool.
Did you upcast?
Sorry?
Yeah, did you second level? Or did you go cast at a higher
Oh,
level?
I did. I cast it
Yeah.
at second level. What's that now?
It should be
Probably
2d12 damage.
So an extra d12 in each case, so you roll another d12 twice.
I'll
And
fix
how
it,
does-
by the way.
Yeah, cool. How do the Tides of Chaos work? Like, what's the special rule there?
Yeah, so, there it is. Tides of Chaos. Once per long rest, you have an advantage on attack roll. Before you regain this feature, the DM can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table after you cast a first level or higher spell. Then you regain the use of this feature.
Right, so, yeah, no, you haven't used that feature, so the wild magic isn't rolling.
You can make me roll it on this one, but I'm pretty sure I then regain the use of the feature. Oh no, it's once per long rest. But then it says I regain the use of this
It's like
feature.
if the DM at any point after you cast a spell can decide to wild magic you, make you roll in the wild magic.
Mhm. But I
Oh,
can't
okay.
give you it back unless you've already used the feature.
Yeah.
So like you could say roll on the magic table now and you'd get it back, but then you'd have to
Yeah.
roll on the table.
Yeah.
So whenever you choose, whenever I cast a spell that's 1 or higher, you can make me roll on the wild table automatically. But I wouldn't
Don't you have to use your feature first though, or did you just
He
use
just
the
used
feature?
He just
then?
used
I
it, yeah.
just used the
Oh, okay, excellent. Then you roll on the wild magic table. Yeah, cool. I wasn't understanding.
Okay.
100 says the giants are dead.
60.
Wild magic 660.
60, correct.
All right.
Fireball.
Pick a location within 60 feet of, I guess, your target.
Flumps.
Within I choose it?
Yeah.
Within 60 feet of my target. I guess. I choose over near Prophet, hoping I'm teleporting there.
A confused polar bear suddenly arrives.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It doesn't know what the hell's going on, but it is not happy.
Oh, no. Rip Prophet. Fuck.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought I was teleporting. Like, oh, okay. I guess that's my full turn. Yeah.
Alright. That must be the frost giants. Yeah.
And it gets to go before me. My position was so good.
It was good. And then like this polar bear just arrived next to you.
Did you skip the lady giants?
She's just defending.
Right.
So yeah, I might have done it by accident, but she's not doing anything anyway. She's defending the gate. The frost giant that's wounded on the ground gets to his feet and looks at at who he's facing and points towards Balrog. I'm coming for you! But before he can get there, he's going to have to carve his way through a man of steel and a dragonborn determined to block his path. Let's see if the man of steel falls first. The frost giant levels his massive axe into the pitifully small man, hoping to sweep him aside so he can reach his real target. I guess a 12 won't hit, but a 25 will.
Minus
17. Minus 7. He reduced to -7.
No, minus 17.
Oh,
I'm
right.
just saying it to myself.
Oh, right. I thought you were like, shit, he did left his place, and I realized. Yeah, no worries. So can you adjust the number above his head?
Yeah, I got him sorted. You can.
Good.
I'll move him just so you can see that he's got.
Yeah,
layout.
cool. I thought he had, but it seemed, yeah. Anyway, he's a pretty tough dude. So a single hit from a frost giant is not going to fell him. To the giant's surprise, quite honestly. The other one clambers back over the. He's sick of trying to get over. It didn't work for him last time. He's just going to break all the way through, and he breaks on through to the other side. Not really at all. He gets his axe stuck in the wall, and has to spend the rest of the round trying to wrench it out. This battle is not going according to plan. Oh, he also takes a d6 fire damage, and the other one has to make a saving throw or something.
Oh yeah, d6 fire damage.
Yeah. This one on the left is still on fire.
6 damage.
And his beard is now on fire. He is furious and terrified, and
His
quite
Constitution
upset.
save for the other one.
Constitution.
Did the other one
save.
did the other one roll for fire?
Not
Yes.
yet. 14.
Grady?
Oh, I'd say it passes.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool. All right. Okay, Roz, you are in the middle of things, but in the thick of nothing. Yeah, there are giants on the left, giants on the right, and then in front of you, and yet suddenly also a polar bear. Not sure where that fucker came from.
Well, yeah, I'll just run 30 feet and I'll run next to Laura and I'll hold my action for when the giant comes over to attack.
Excellent work.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Do you have another character that you control, Stephen?
No, I didn't really want to go into it while we're mid-fight or
Ah,
anything.
okay.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I was just making sure you weren't forgetting.
Cool. So the Manticore, at what height are you flying?
I wanted to be high enough so I could just drop it and stay out of reach of the giant, basically.
Yeah, perfect. You're certainly out of reach of the wolves then. They're going to have to try to leap over the walls. One's not going to make it, and the second one's not going to make it either. They're attempting to leap over the walls, and the female frost giant just continues to guard the gate.
That wolf freaks out because there's a fucking polar bear.
What? That's a bit.
Alright, this one is on fire. That job's done. I have no idea what's going on with this one. What does she look like she's doing?
It looks like if anyone comes anywhere near the gate, she's going to rip their spines out. She's like
Okay.
the world's best defender of Bryn Shander.
Alright, I'm gonna fly over to this one if I can. Hold on. Yep, I can. Just. And I'm gonna drop another firebomb.
Beautiful
Without
maneuver.
rage.
And the wolf is on fire. It's terrified, horrified, hates it.
Oh, and Balrog. And then Balrog, this guy's being an asshole. Balrog's coming over, and he's gonna. Yep.
it's a straight
I'm
line.
just making sure. I'm just making sure. Fuck, that's the wrong. This is the right sheet. He's gonna great axe. 13 probably doesn't hit.
It lodges in his boots, in the thick leather boots that he wears.
All right.
Not good enough, Balrog. Okay, Luro, this thing is attempting to smash down the wall since it couldn't climb over it. But its axe is lodged, is wedged in the wall. It's trying to pull it out for another swing, but for the moment stuck.
I don't think I can actually do anything until it actually gets through the wall.
You could climb up the walls. There's like ladders, and so that could put you onto the walls if you want, and you'd be face to face with him basically. But you certainly don't have to. You could wait for him to get over as well.
I'm gonna climb the wall.
Excellent. And so you're now standing on the battlements. There's some protection for you. It gets up to, well, waist height for most people, but it's a little more than thigh height for you. And the giant's currently got his axe wedged in the gate, trying to wrench it back out. What do you do? He's also on fire.
Laura's gonna rage. And he's on top of the
Certainly
wall.
can.
He's gonna hit him with his great club.
All right. You tower above the frost giant. This guy's 12, 13, 40 feet tall, but you're standing on a 10-foot wall and you're 7 or 8 feet tall yourself. So you stand over this guy, and he's not used to that. Crunch.
Yeah, where's the damage? Roll great club, don't I?
Right on the noggin.
If you press the word Great Club in the chat log underneath 5 feet, that's how it's done. Yeah. It's a great hit, and it splits his helmet. It breaks it clean in half, and one half falls left and the other right.
Were you raging?
Plus
That's another 2 damage on top of that.
Good call. Excellent. That extra deliverance of strength as your blue muscles ripple.
And he also takes the effect of... I don't know how to send it. There it is.
Cool.
Mm.
The first creature you hit with an attack.
Pretty much, if they hit anyone else but her, they get disadvantage on the attack against someone else, and they do hit them, they have resist.
So the ancestors want to watch you fight someone and they just throw popcorn if the opponent attacks someone else?
Yeah, what Marcus is. Yeah, that's what Marcus has. It's dope.
As he is forced to engage Luro, who has split his nice helmet that his mother gave him for a present when he was quite young. The polar bear looks around and it can't work out what's going on. It's frightened, it's surrounded by giants, it's teetering on the edge of a wall that's far too narrow for a polar bear to stand. It lashes out at the only thing it can
Can I try to hide from the polar bear?
Only as an action, and you don't have an action. Unless you can do it as a reaction, but I don't think that's an ability that you have.
I will give it an 8 then.
You give it an 8. All right.
That must have been a confusing vision. Like I get hit by a polar bear at some point.
Well, you may yet still, because it strikes you with its paw, and looks down at its paw, and it's still confused. It's thinking, I thought I struck with more damage than that, with more aggression, and to make up for the feeble claw, it mauls you with its bite.
It's gonna bite me.
Yeah.
Please less than 15. Ah, there we go. That doesn't do that. That doesn't hit me. I have mage up.
So you are wrestling with this bear that is trying to eat you. Can you describe what it's like to be on the edge of a teetering wall while giants battle around you, and a polar bear is putting you in its belly?
He's sort of indignant. He's like, this was his moment to be heroic against the giants. He's like, why and how dare this bear attack me now?
This is not.
This was supposed to be his crowning moment. his like glorious stand against the giants, and this polar bear's like trying to tromp his arm off.
Well, people will remember this battle, and they will remember your role in it. Like, I do. Aradel.
All right.
I do have a plan, don't
I will, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon above this giant, on the left side. I don't have a little thing to put down.
No, I just make one each time.
It'll be like a big candlestick or a candelabra. So like maybe you could just drop the torch one down or turn off one or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So I attack with that. I hope that it attacks. This 24. Yeah.
It's gonna smash it.
Yeah. That does 9 force damage to the giant, and I'll use my action to cast Sacred Flames on it as well. So it has to make a DC 13 dex save or take 5 radiant damage. And I am also gonna back away from this bear, like go down the ladder or the stairs.
It's
This
the
tower.
prophet's problem, not yours.
I know Prophet to be very frail. Oh, I'll just like I'll make way for the Prophet to go down, or not, and Devessa will exit the tower.
Where did that bear come from? She asked.
Yeah, I think she'd rather not deal with it. I think it can kill her in one hit.
All right,
She's
prophet.
gonna-
I mean, it's a wild animal. It's probably going to chase him if he just runs away. So he's going to take the disengage action. And he's going to leap off the wall.
All right.
How far is
There
it
are.
down?
There's 10 feet, but there's stairs and ladders. There's adequate ways for you to get down.
Oh,
quite safe.
can I use a ladder so the polar bear can't follow?
Yeah, if you're disengaging, that'll be fine.
Okay, and he'll move up to 30 feet away because kobolds are small, but they are fast.
Let's hope this bear doesn't also want to jump off of a tower.
Abuse the diagonals.
Go ahead. That's good abuse. Rasakan, this giant is heavily wounded, particularly from the blow delivered by Balrog, but also the one that you sank.
Alright.
Then again, Nyleth has done his part too. It's been a team effort.
Raskan is just going to go for another flail swing. No divine smite, just a searing smite still. Oh, that's got divine smite on it anyway. Yeah, that's right. 19 to hit.
It hits.
Take divine smite off. Whoop.
Okay, 15. The giant is teetering. Now, where did you strike it?
I'd probably be like at its hip, I guess. So, and he'd be facing Balrog with Nyleth. So I'd probably just be. I'd probably be going for the backs of his legs, try and bring him down.
You cripple him, hamstring him, and he drops to one knee. You don't think he'd be able to run much faster than an old man now.
Follows suit and just tries to hit him in the head. Now he's a bit lowered.
The Giles' daughter gives Jaraxxus a look and nods as if she knows that she's doing her job like her commander wants her to. Jaraxxus.
I'm just gonna maintain my witch bolt damage, but I'll just recast it twice because it already hits. But
Just
I've
automatic
changed
damage,
it
isn't it?
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've changed the stuff now, so it's actually working.
So yeah, but is it a concentration spell?
It is, yeah.
Is suggestion also a concentration?
No, that's arrow.
That's
Aaron
nine.
is casting that.
Good different spells, yeah.
And we're casting that a level. I don't know why there's 2 there. What's going on? I don't know what that 7 lightning is. Oh, that's
The higher level
spells.
Yeah.
Why is it?
So it does 11 damage, but because you've rolled it at a higher level, it also does an extra
Oh,
2
okay.
Oh,
times
because I
1
get-
d12.
Because they've rolled like for the first level and then for the additional cast.
Yeah, it's rolling like 3 times, isn't it?
That's
No, it's rolled
yeah.
twice. I think.
If you look at the
Wait,
first factor
when you've
is
set it up-
2d12. Yeah.
Reese, when you set it up in the in the higher spell cast, did you put 1d12 or 2d12?
I put 2.
Put
is it only
1d12.
one?
Yeah, it's supposed to be one,
Right.
yeah.
So then
Okay,
it would
that's
roll
changed.
correctly.
Right, so I'll try and ignore all that.
Yep,
Because
yep.
then if you
That's
rolled it at a
level
level
two.
3, it would add 4d12 instead of 2d12 if you add like.
Right,
What's-
okay.
what's
so
the
at
level
higher
1
level.
damage normally?
So just those
So the
last
first
two.
one does 22, and the second one does 11. Fuck, that's a big difference.
Alright, who were they on again?
Just the 2 wolves.
Yeah, cool. 22 and how much? 15?
22 and 11.
11. Alright.
I guess I'll, as a bonus, I try and tell everyone if they're still able to shoot. I'm not sure at this point, but they'll to instead shoot the wolves to take them out, and I hide behind the battlements.
The heavily wounded frost giants. Look around, and when he sees that Balrog has entered the fray, the one on the right winces and says, "I will finish you off, and then I will turn to you, the mortals." And raises his axe, attempts to cleave the bull man. Sorry, there's a rock. Attempts to cleave the bull man in half with his axe.
So did you also get Nyleft's 9 points of damage for you?
Ah, good call.
I rolled for Nile. It's just 9 points of damage. It hit 21 to hit.
Beautiful, beautiful. The frost giant is teetering on the edge of his life. It looks like, but yet he throws himself into a berserker frenzy even as he dies. 2 strikes are cleaving into Balrog. First for 18, and the second one for 24 plus 19, 43.
Yeah,
Is
43.
it Balrog's time?
43 plus 53 and 8 is 61 damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage on Balrog. Damn. So
That's fucking huge.
Wasn't it?
What is it? The 18 and the 24, 19.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
that would be
I
enough
can't
damage
edit
to.
their HP though by clicking
Can
the
you-
number above them.
Oh, can't you? Cool.
When I try to click, it just does that. And also, this one
Right.
took a big 1 damage from that fire burn.
1 damage.
Oh, and that
Nice.
one that just attacked Balrog makes a con save as well. Another
Nice.
one.
Is Balrog
Thanks
still
for fucking
alive?
saying that.
I mean, that would have been
Balrog
enough
has
damage
76 HP.
to kill Prophet twice, like instantly with no death saves.
Balrog's a healthy boy.
Holy shit, Balrog is a beefcake.
I have a sticky note with their healths, like Manticore Gold is at 56, Balrog's at 15 and stuff. I can just do it like that and kill them when they die,
So sounds good.
because at least I can edit wilds. That's all that really matters.
And a con save for that one to just attack Balrog too.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
Should be okay.
it should be.
Alright, Leroy, so you've risen up onto the walls and you strike down upon your victim with your club, breaking his helmet. He looks up at you and sees someone that he must stop at all costs, and his fury is relentless. As he tries to carve you in half like a lumberjack cuts down a tree.
That is a lot of damage.
Fuck.
Oh.
You are not
Half
killed
damage.
outright. Oh yeah, good cause. It is. It's because you're raging. It's half, so it's only 18 plus 13.
66. So half is 33.
But remember, you half each source of damage.
Yeah,
Three
because
total.
31
Oh
of them.
yeah, I'm like.
18. Yeah. So
Yeah.
31.
Yeah.
So these are the sort of blows that would chop a tree down in a single hit. 2 trees with 2. And how do you manage to take an axe wedging itself into your flank, and then again, how can you be strong enough to stand such a blow? How does it make you feel?
Powered.
Empowered.
Strong.
Immortal. If that cannot kill you, surely nothing can. Roz, you must be impressed.
Very. Roz is gonna climb up the wall,
Beautiful.
and he's gonna swing an attack.
It couldn't have been better. What does your perfect strike look like?
Oh, straight across. Oh, will my flail be able to reach his jaw from where?
Yeah, because he's he's kind of head height with the wall, and so you look him eye to eye.
I would like to go like from a side, like hook style, with the flail on his mouth and make his jaw kind of drop.
Boom.
Not break, but drop.
Roar! Some of his teeth go flying and land in the snow below.
And I'll spend my action surge and I'll follow up with another.
Now we're talking. Beautiful. You hit him with a blow that almost is devastating, following through and really rattling the giant, almost senseless.
And I'll use the rest of my movement to go back down.
Alright.
Does he get an attack on me, or
You're still within his reach, so at the moment, no. But if you go back any further, he will.
Okay. Nah, there'll be.
Alright. It's good positioning, as it turns out. Because this Winter Wolf moves in and blasts both Luro and the polar bear with frosty air. It would have hit you too, but you got out of the way. So Luro, make a dexterity saving throw.
You have danger sense too, so you can roll that with advantage.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Fucking mosquito.
No, 21. You've got advantage, Jackie.
Fortunately, yeah. Your danger sense, like you can see it coming before it happens, and you are able to avoid the worst of.
Always remember your abilities.
So you take half of that, 13 points of cold damage.
That wolf took 3 fire damage.
The wolf takes 3. The bear takes 20.
I take half the.
That's right. Yeah. So you take 13.
Do you have cold damage? No.
Because
Oh,
she dodged
you're
it.
right. Because yes, could you?
Oh
dodge
yeah,
it?
dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the saving throw. Yeah.
Jeez, keep upgrading.
Yeah, maybe.
Too busy
second
closing
guess
the fucking
myself.
door. Fucking mosquitoes.
Close that door. Meanwhile, the second Winter Wolf, bombs being dropped on it from above. There's it can't strike you. The best it can do is to breathe cold, frosty on Jaraxxus. Make a dexterity.
Where is it? Dexterity saving. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos to get advantage on this.
Cool.
It's alright.
Alright, you take 10 points of frost damage and have to make a Constitution saving throw on your concentration spell.
Constitution saving throw. That's not gonna work. That's right, it's dropped.
The the witch bolts vanish from your mind.
That's alright. And minus 10.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, Wild Gold, you're in a good position here, up here high in the sky.
That one's on fire. That one's on fire. That one's dealt with. That one can be quite easily dealt with. I was so high up, I didn't hear the command or the spell on this, and she's doing weird stuff. Wild is not very smart. He's gonna drop bombs on her.
Alright.
Where is it?
Does damage cancel it? I was reading it. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
Yep. Damage
Okay.
from my allies cancels it.
Does a
Damn.
14 hit?
It does indeed hit.
And
And
does 14 damage.
as she begins burning, she snaps out of it and looks around and sees you flying through the air and chooses her target.
Oh, and fucking Balrog, that's right. He's just gonna Great Axe again. Doesn't hit. 9.
I am no longer concentrating on a spell.
Yeah, it's a really good thing to keep track of that.
Alright, you're back in action, Luro. This frost giant is looking weary. Its helmet is broken. But so too are you feeling the pain at this point after that blast of cold wind.
Is going to that again. Hit it again if he can.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Bam. Decisive. Okay.
+2.
You have knocked the giant out. It falls to the ground with its tongue hanging out. And it's still breathing, but its eyes have rolled back into it.
It's clobbering time.
Knocked it senseless.
I'm gonna yell at it as it's on the ground.
It can't hear you. It's lights out.
Luro, bitch, giant. Luro. Ah!
No,
It's back!
Laura's literally just angry yelling at it like, ow, you hurt me.
Polar bear makes an athletics check as it leaps from the top of
Fuck's
the
sake.
Oh no!
It is
Polar bear is
determined.
incredible.
onto the winter wolf.
Oh!
Oh
shit.
my god!
Because it just
Bryn
hurt
Shannon
it, didn't it?
mascot.
Hell yeah.
This bear is gonna become Bryn Shannon's
What a
mascot.
champ.
Oh fuck! Look at him go.
He starts ripping into that winter wolf, and they're fighting to the death. It's the old battle of wolf versus bear.
Yeah, they might be arch enemies. Who knows?
That ancient battle, winter wolf versus polar bear.
That's right. They've been doing this since Ben was walking around in caves.
Why is one of the classic like animal oppositions a horse and an eagle?
I don't know. Haradale.
Oh shit, it's my turn.
Yeah, these are going around pretty fast.
Cool. Lyra is pretty injured, but she's currently in a. Oh, he's currently in a position where there's not real threat right now. So, first of all, I'm gonna bonus action move my spiritual weapon to hit this winter wolf as well.
Yeah.
So I'll just click that. Is it in attacks so I don't have to keep switching? Yes, it is. That's pretty good. That is for 9 force damage. Wow, I rolled pretty well on that hit. And I will use and that one's still standing all the way over there.
The other, yeah, just barely. He's teetering. It looks like he's got words "finish him" written underneath him as he swears.
All right.
Do you come?
Who isn't blessed currently?
You, Luro, Duraxus, Wild.
So Roz
Wild
is
down of-
blessed.
Yes.
Yeah, Roz.
Um,
So you only come.
Bless's
Three.
range is only 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get
Huh.
wild, I don't think.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just making my way to that
So
group
back
over there. I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on that one over there. So DC 13 Dexterity saving throw for 8 damage. Max damage, hell yeah. Let's hope he fails.
On which ones?
The one that's
which
currently
roll?
is being swarmed.
Alright.
Hey, 8 damage. Radiant.
Alright. He swirls and sways and looks like a tree within the forest that is about to tip over and collapse.
All right. Oh, and Duvessa is gonna 5, 10. Is Belladora actually there?
Mm-hmm.
15, 20, 25, 30. Sort of like follow up. And that's all. And take the dodge action. That's all.
Ooh.
So it's still alive?
How's that, Carrick?
So the giant's still alive?
Yeah, just barely.
I will move here. And I will cast Toll the Dead onto it.
Tolling the dead.
Ha! 3
Oh.
necrotic damage. It takes
Fuck.
3 necrotic damage.
Its ears begin to bleed and it sways, falling to one knee, clutching himself by the head. He can't take it anymore. Raskan, the creature, the frost giant, kneels in front of you, and he still towers above you, even on one knee.
I'm just going for a overarm swing and try and crush his skull. Oh,
Oh, fucking Jesus.
29 to hit.
Bahamut wills it.
You break through the skull and into
Oh.
soft, mushy brain below.
And he's going to use his move to get back up, I guess, if he can.
Yeah.
How much would I have left if I get to there?
Probably 10. It takes 10 feet to get up there, so
20 feet. All right.
yeah.
Oh, no, he'll stay there anyway.
Excellent.
So I think this
And,
wall's about, this gate's about to go down.
Yeah, it is crumbling.
Unless
on
she
the-
kills Wild instead.
Possibly. And whatever.
High up.
whatever.
I'm banking on not getting hit too badly.
What about the knight? Does he retire at this point? Is he satisfied with his?
He is not satisfied. He is. If there's still one standing, he's got to help. He can't let anyone get through.
All right.
Oh,
He did.
in that case, he will move and like that.
Yeah, cool. He's now backing you up. The frost giantess looks around and then begins to scan the skies, raising her hand above her eyes and looking off into the horizon. And as you skirt between the clouds, she sees you. And she nods. She nods. She reaches into a long pouch made of mammoth fur. She reaches in and grabs some particularly hard and spiked rocks coated with ice and frost. Picks it up and weighs it, and looks up at her target. How high did you say you were, Wild Gold?
I wanted to be high enough so I was out of melee range, so I'm not all that high.
60
But-
feet? 50
Yeah,
feet?
sure. 60 feet sounds good. You know, it's
60
enough for me to
feet.
drop something. It'll pick up speed and, you know,
Yeah.
melee range at least.
Alright. She hurls her rock, draws it out of her sack, and throws her rock straight at you.
Oh.
15?
Maybe, yeah.
Crunch. Make an animal handling check.
Animal handling.
Fuck.
Or if you have land vessels, you can make a ride check, but not many people take. You are falling.
Oh,
Do I see him
not
falling?
good.
You do see him falling.
Like you owe me, but I'm going to cast Feather Fall on him.
You avoid what would have been a crushing, the crushing feeling of
Of death.
yeah. Let's try that.
Of basically pure death.
Of 28 points of damage as you would have smashed into the snow below.
Before this campaign started, I was like, I nearly didn't take Feather Fall. I was like, oh, it's so situational, I'll never use it. I've used it twice, and both times saved Wild Gold.
Very risky lion.
You sink to the ground, and you are now in 3 feet of snow, standing beside a giantess. Jaraxxus.
Well, uh, hmm. I will. Okay, so first Belladora, I guess, is gonna move 5 feet there, get a straight shot, try and shoot through the bars, I guess, through the gate.
Yeah, there's no bars, but it's solid wood. But she's tall enough that you can shoot over it.
Oh,
and
okay,
into
well,
the beyond.
well, yeah, she'd shoot over it and shoot two arrows at the big girl.
Whack, whack. Both hit.
Jaraxxus is gonna. Jeez. He's gonna move down and off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Away from harm. I'm already near people. I can't cast spells. I can. Okay. What's the first? What's first? I can do that.
You can't see the wolves from here. They're too.
That's alright. Oh god, I don't want to hurt anyone. Okay, I'm just gonna have to roll the dice and hope no one dies for my cause. I was gonna cast Ray of Sickness on the girl.
Mm-hmm.
So 19.
It hits.
That's so DC 13. Or she's poisoned.
Cool,
Con
cool.
save.
And yeah, the con save. On the failed save, she's poisoned until next turn.
So she takes 11 damage, but if she gets poisoned.
She does indeed fail.
So yeah, she gets 11 points of poison damage, and she has the poisoned attribute until the end of her next turn.
She keels over in such tremendous stomach pain as she has never.
That's a natural 1. I roll on my magic chart now. 31.
You vanish. You're gone.
When?
What?
Jaraxxus is no longer there.
Oh, fuck. I'll start rerolling. Okay.
Frost giants are dead. One is knocked out.
Yeah, fuck it. Roz will run up to the female giant.
You mean business, right?
That's 30 feet there.
You're eye to eye with her.
Yeah, no slap her with a flail.
She turns to face you after sinking your friend with a rock. She's about to catch Wild Gold, but then you swing your flail, and she is amused by your bravery and your foolishness.
Did she laugh?
Yeah, chuckles. It's like a half-hearted laugh.
Alright, I remember that. Alright, that's
Kind of the smile that you give a child for trying. Alright. Winter Wolf rushes into its ally. They take on this polar bear together. The poor polar bear.
It takes 2 damage.
Ah, burning. Alright. Winterwolves leap in there. They are pack tacticians, have cunning of wolves, and as a result, the bear finds itself in a difficult position, bitten on both sides with advantage in each case. Ooh. Alright, 8 and 16, 24 will rip the polar bear to shreds.
No. I'm sorry, buddy.
Very brave polar bear. It's a cruel and cold land. You land on the ground, Wild Gold. You are beside a towering giantess, and you can see up her skirt. But it's
Nice.
she is bearing down upon you with the brutality that could mean the end of your life.
This is exhilarating. He immediately goes to a frenzy rage and is going to hit her with a great sword attack.
That's where she hides her.
He's gonna inspiration that.
Indeed, he is inspired by this. Not quite enough.
But
You ring down on her scale mail, but it just can't break through.
alright. And I get to use Magnifico now since I'm
You
not
do.
mounted to him, right?
That's
Okay.
right. He is now an independent character, and there's still Balrog as well.
Multi-attack, 3 tail spikes.
Doo-doo-doo. Wise that he does
One
not
hits.
get involved, but as you say, only one hit strikes her in the neck, and she is ignoring the spikes as she focuses those much closer to her.
It's also going to move 50 feet down, so it's 10 feet off the ground.
All right, here's eye to eye with the giant test.
And Balrog, what is your 40 feet of movement? So he can get onto the wall, yes?
Yeah, the wall's 10 feet of movement to get up.
Okay, well, yeah, that's all his movement, and he's on the wall.
Excellent.
I don't think he has the ranged attack at all, so no, he doesn't. That's my turns.
Luro, you're heavily injured. You've certainly done your job this day. But the battle is not yet won. You look around you, you can see that there are archers firing flaming arrows into the dozen other frost giants that are hitting the other gates, But your battle is here. No one would begrudge you if you were backed out now. What do you do?
Is not gonna leave his friends. He's gonna run this way. Would it be possible to do like a jumping spear tackle move onto the girl giant to see if we can knock
Absolutely.
her prone or something?
Yeah, first you'll have to do an acrobatics DC 10, and provided that doesn't go terrible, then you can have advantage on your athletics roll to overpower. Beautiful. Your maneuver is magical. Now, advantage on your athletics to wrestle.
Alex.
Okay. Oh, she's taken by surprise. You fly through the air and your momentum knocks it to the ground. The blue man, the blue girl, both of you ran down on the earth in the snow. The impact heard throughout Bryn Shand.
Oh, I can't see her anymore. I cannot cast myself.
No more
Just climb back up. Easy.
paradigm.
All right. How much move is it to get to like the tower that would be here-ish?
It's just part of your movement to go up the tower. The staircase is it's simple enough to.
All right. I'll get up to there. Bonus action, move my spiritual weapon to the giant and smack her. Is that advantage because she's prone?
Yeah, it's a melee attack, I think.
Melee spell attack, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this one rolls initiative, so it rolls at any sort of advantage. So I have to roll it twice.
Cool.
Oh, it does.
There we
Never
go.
mind. 24 would hit though.
24 hits, yeah.
10 force damage to the gigant.
Alright, she is being worn down. One blow at a time.
And I'll use my action to cast command on her. I will command her to halt, which is make her do no action. Oh wait, yeah. So here's the command. Whoop. What are the commands again? I think I said stop. No, I'll say grovel. She's already prone, but it'll just end her turn, I guess. Oh, no,
Yeah.
halt. The target doesn't move and takes no actions. Yeah, so I say halt.
Alright. No, it's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes, DC 13.
Cool.
Oh,
And
She
She
just succeeded.
almost surrenders, but then shakes her head. You will not have me again, enchanter.
all right. Yeah, and that's my turn.
I'll spend 30 movement to move here,
Beautiful.
and I'll shout out, "Then you shall die," and I'll cast Mind Spike onto her.
Alright.
Ha! 8 damage on 3d8.
Wow.
Oh,
Ouch.
They said psychic damage, and there's very
8
little
damage.
that's resist.
She squeals and howls. She grips her temples and it cannot bear the pain.
And as long as she's in the short range of the same plane of existence, I know where she is.
In the
Well,
short range.
It's funny you should say same plane of existence because you are, but your Axis isn't.
Yeah, but I didn't mind spike him.
You didn't mind spiking. That's just
Lucky.
to specify. Yeah, that's right. It would have.
Would have been a wasted spell.
Exactly.
I mean, it's good. I don't know where he is until he reappears. Like, oh, there he is now.
There he is. Welcome back. Rasakan.
alright. Is she prone? That's what she's doing?
She is prone. That's right, and she is gripping her head in agony. I am the Jarl's daughter. You shall pay for this.
Alright, I'll just jump down here. 5 feet, I guess.
Beautiful.
Is that a d6
10
of damage, or?
It's 10 feet down, so yeah, d6 damage. Unless you make an acrobatics check, DC 15.
Or athletics, or just acrobatics?
Yeah, athletics is okay. Yeah. Yeah, so
Cool.
you're fine. You land in the snow. It's pretty soft.
25 feet there. I'm gonna use my last Divine Smite. Pump it up. I'm gonna smack her across the back, I guess, while
Uh-huh.
she's laying there.
Yeah, she rolls around in agony on the ground.
Flail, yes.
How many spells you got? Jeez.
That's the last one.
Alright.
Actually, no, I wouldn't have that because I did bless. Yeah, never mind. That's it.
Yeah. Finish
Yes,
that.
I wouldn't have Divine Smite. I'm glad
That's
you
good.
said that because it made me click that I cast bless.
Yeah.
That's good to
Yeah.
keep track of it. It's really good.
I mean, I play a paladin. I know how few spells I
Oh.
get.
yeah, you go through them pretty quickly if you have a few combats.
Mm.
But one blow after another, it's you'll really have to be pommeling into her if you're going to finish her this way. What about the knight?
Ah, yes. He is pretty much going to follow suit. It's one of his things that he wouldn't want to back down, even if he was in trouble.
Give him an
Yeah.
athletics roll, though we might not have enough movement to quite get there. I'm not sure. Alright, you land with a crunch, and it doesn't twist your ankle or slow you down, but it does hurt. And the old man grunts as he takes 3 points of damage, thinking of the days when he used to jump off ledges twice as high as.
Alright,
Okay,
that's
so
25 and he used 5. Get
Perfect.
-3 real quick. Alright, and he's just going to slap him with the maul. Her.
Alright.
Oh.
Bring it down to someone in the upper body region. Crunch. It's brutal, but not lethal, and she will continue to fight on. Stands up and looks around, and it's a target-rich environment for her. And with so many options, she will look down at the knight who just struck her most recently, and take care of him before moving on to the rest.
I accidentally rolled 2d6. She would probably only take 2 because that's the first one I rolled. I forgot that the wolf and her don't go on the same turn.
Thanks for
Excellent.
mentioning it. She needs a con save as well.
Right, good call. Tough.
Yeah.
Great axe. And the first blow, attempting to drop the knight with a single hit. 34.
Grady, 16
yes.
to hit, 34 damage.
Yes, he's unconscious.
Crunch. And when he is broken, she looks around for her new target. And with so many options, one is Roz. 2 is Luro. 3 Wild Gold, and 4 the Dragonborn. Luro, you shall be the target. You're already wounded. She's taking out the wounded ones before moving on to those who are fresh. A second axe goes through your throat. Ooh.
11 damage.
Wait,
Ooh,
yeah.
11. Yeah, you're right. It's only 11.
Right.
Make a strength saving throw as it threatens to knock you off the wall.
I think he already jumped down.
All right. Oh yeah. Right. Anyway.
Because she tackled her, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So yeah, that's perfect. So she pushes you off to get up, and then strikes at you with an axe and knocks you tumbling, and she thinks that you've been dealt with. Jaraxxus.
Yeah.
Jaraxxus, you've just had a lovely time. You went and visited an old friend. Can you imagine who it might be?
Does it have to be living?
They are still alive. Yeah, he is still alive. It was
Paul?
Aelsidar. Aelsidar. You went to Aelsidar's house, and you had some tea, and like he showed you his room, and you played some games for a while, and went down to the stream, did a bit of fishing, and you introduced the families. His mother's lovely. His father's quite controlling. But in the end, it was time to go. Of all the things that you saw in the Feywild over your 48-hour journey, what was the most interesting for you?
I just think all the magical animals that just kind of live there was like, because obviously he took me outside in the wild and he painted a lot of stuff and showed me his favorite animals to paint. So yeah, that was pretty nice.
Does he get a full rest?
No, you feel extremely tired. You're very, very tired. And you have one level of exhaustion because you've been partying far too hard.
Okay. Well, what's the one level exhaustion?
You have
Just
disadvantage
on-
on skill checks.
Yeah.
Skill
Yeah.
checks. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
But it's your go now.
Oh, I kind of like pop back in out of nowhere, land on my bum next to Beldora. Whoa. And I kind of look up and see that she's still there. I'm like, let me take care of that.
You've got face paint and you've had a manicure done and in fresh clothes.
I kind of brush myself up, kind of extend my hand again. Think of my parents one more time, and then send another ray of sickness at her.
Beautiful.
Also, this is a first level spell, and I have used my my Tides of Chaos for that skill check save, the Constitution save. So if you want me to, I can.
Go ahead, roll percent. Roll percent.
Good thing I moved away.
34 this time.
All right. This woman speaks in a kind of a Nordic accent, deep and booming and rolling, but a beautiful voice. Ultimately, a great soprano. You will be able to match her voice perfectly for the next 24 hours.
Okay. Is it a choice, or I have to speak like?
You can if you want
Can
to.
mimic. Okay. I'll look at Beldora and I'll give her the nod, and she'll take 2 shots at the girl. I guess at that point, also Jaraxxus would move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and Balgrog's in the way. I guess I'll just stand there. Can I make a free action to talk?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout down towards the wolves. I'm just gonna start yelling profanities at them in her voice and try and deceive them to make them turn on her. I doubt it'll work. Maybe it will.
It certainly confuses them. They don't understand what they've done wrong.
Wolves, I want you to bite me.
Quickly,
Oh,
do it.
I forgot it was so that she gets disadvantage on the last attack, so I'll just assume that she fails that. I forgot to factor it in last attack.
Oh, the poison.
Yeah, the poison condition.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay, Roz.
Is Laura still trying to grapple her or grapple her?
No, Laura got knocked off.
He got pushed off.
Oh, knocked off. Right. Watching Laura try to grapple her before he'll try and help that and try and make a grapple her.
Just
Excellent.
the speed tackles are coming out.
Beautiful. It's an athletics roll. Okay. Whoa! How do you wrestle a giant?
Honestly, I think just because of that laugh she gave me, just would have pissed him off, and he just would have jumped with her at all fours around her like edge
Grabs
or
the legs and
chest
then-
area.
All five,
Yeah.
because you got your trunk as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
You're hanging on in a way most people can't imagine.
And yeah, that'll be me.
All right, she is now grappled. We have caught ourselves a frost giantess.
Looks like meat's back on the menu.
The surviving winter wolves, and there are two of them, rush towards their nearest targets. One going for the manticore, and the other going for wild gold. On the manticore,
One of them
they both
takes
have
6 damage.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I don't know
Both
which
have-
one it was. I wasn't watching properly.
Yeah, it's this the one that's attacking you.
Alright.
All right, so the manticore is attacked for 22 for 22, 7 points of damage, and has to make a strength save. The winter wolf tries to grab it around the ankles and trip it, and succeeds.
And it
indeed.
succeeds, yeah.
Manticore is tossed into the snow, and the wolf tries to go for the throat. Meanwhile, this winter wolf has advantage on you, as it just tries to use its sheer size to knock you down into the snow.
Fails.
You hold your ground. You're in the thick of things now, Wild Gold. A giantess being wrestled by an elephant man, a manticore, and wolves, and that's only half of the combatants or less.
Alright, well, first, Balrog is going to take a little bit of initiative and shit, that's. Whoops. Hold on, put him back real quick. Yep, he can get there quite easily. Oh, he has to make a check to get down, doesn't he?
He does. Athletics or acrobatics, and if it, DC 10, if he fails, he must stop where he is.
Do I just roll strength for him?
Yeah.
If he doesn't have it in the skills list, throw it in.
Oh, Balrog, what are you doing, buddy?
Uh,
Jesus.
Balrog,
Roll
in his enthusiasm, he lands face down, and it's not only embarrassing, it's also painful. For an extra 6 points of damage.
Oh my god.
I think
Just imagine he
breaks
doesn't
his
even.
ankle.
Yeah, he doesn't even jump. He just walks off and then just falls face
Fucking fall straight for. Yeah, he's on 9 HP now.
And with a twisted ankle.
With just an ankle, he's just gonna stay there for
Yeah.
now. He's a little bit defeated after that one.
Out of embarrassment.
Manticore is gonna get back up with half movement.
Uh-huh. That's it.
And attack with a bite and 2 claws on the one in front of it. That one.
Alright, 2 of them will hit, but not the first claw. 15? Ooh. Ooh, it's fighting for its life, but it's still scrapping with the manticore.
What's this one looking like in front of me?
Better. It's on fire, but it hasn't taken quite as many physical wounds.
I don't know if on fire is better.
You got to be pretty bad when that on fire is better. Trust me. And the other one is pretty bad.
Thankfully, I am frenzy raged, so I make 2 great sword attacks.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Nice.
You have finished
What
it.
the
20.
fuck?
Like max
Fuck.
damage, dude.
I sliced that thing in half.
Definitely.
Do I kill it with the first attack? Because if so, then I'll hit her with the
No.
second attack. No?
You
Alright.
don't. Hey, Luro, you inspired the Roz, and now he's doing exactly what you did.
Okay. Since Rose grappled him. Oh, quick question before I do anything.
Yeah.
Would his rage still be up? Buddy old pal over here.
Yeah.
Does grapple count as an attack then?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
figured.
Because you make an attack roll, I
And,
think it
and
does.
she
Yeah.
got attacked as well, so.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got smacked as well. You're fine.
Yes. He had his great club. Go for one of her legs just to try and break it.
Beautiful. Smash those knees.
Never mind.
Unfortunately, it is your club that almost breaks. We will need replacing after this battle.
Much like Grandma, she has
Grab
an
another
iron
biggie.
hip.
I wonder if you know anyone with a mending cantrip.
yeah,
Oh,
I
what?
have mending too. Yeah.
Problem is solved.
Is that guy dead or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Okay. I think it works like this. I'm going to use aid on him, Luro, and Wild Gold. Actually, no. Wild Gold
I'm
is
in better
slightly
condition
looking
than
better.
Balrog. Yeah.
I'm going to cast it on Balrog. So their current hit points and their hit point maximums all go up by 5.
Alright, he's on
okay.
5 hit points.
Alright, cool.
Pro.
So
on 5.
Balrog, Luro, and Sir Nyleth, or whatever his name was.
14 HP for Balrog. Oh, not 4,
And
14. There we go.
As a bonus action, my giant candelabra is going to smack her again.
Alright.
So that is whack 19. Wow, I'm getting really good rolls with this spiritual weapon.
Blessed candelabra.
So four damage, 4 force damage there.
Alright.
And I guess Dives is gonna climb up behind us.
She's she will be remembered as someone who was on the front line. Might be little more than a politician, but people saw her doing what she could.
I'll move up a little bit. And that's my turn.
Well, Prophet, it would be prudent to stay out of it.
Proof it.
You need to check a distance. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to cast Cause Fear as a 2nd level spell, and I'm going to select the giant and the one surviving Winterwolf.
Beat me to it.
They need to make a Wisdom saving throw against, 13.
Ooh.
Yeah. She gains the
Winterwolf
frightened
doesn't-
debuff.
Alright, she is now frightened of you. A giant frightened of a kobold. Who ever heard of
He's going to call out you are a disgrace to your god, and these are your last moments. Cherish them.
No! I don't want to die like this! But the frost giant, the winter wolf is determined to end this enemy, this cat.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna flail attack. Sure, that'll do.
It'll
Like, at the
do.
moment. Yeah, it'll do. It'll dumb.
She has a million different effects.
Yes, that
currently.
fuck me.
Can't tell which one's which.
I can't remember which one's which.
Like, this is like peak CC.
Yeah.
So that's the fear.
She's grappled. She did have a ready to action, but that was
She's
a
on
long
fire.
time ago.
Is she on
She
fire?
was poisoned.
She's on fire.
Oh yeah, she's poisoned.
So she's actually missing one. She's meant to have more than she's got.
Got everything.
That's a better fucking damage roll, Jesus.
Alright. She's teetering, and yet the terror has inspired, and it looks like she may just get up and
And that's no less hit.
Alright. Okay, Nylef, unfortunately, he will not strike a woman in the back. As she has his back to her. She's getting out of
Grapple.
she's terrorized, she's grappled, not restrained though, right?
She does have to break the grapple to move though.
She also
Alright.
takes 1 fire damage.
And she has to
Oh.
make a con save.
I'm sure that she just carry like the Loxo off actually. Like, just
Could be,
run it.
yeah. As you're rolling if you want.
Yeah, it'd be like if you grapple an elephant, the elephant's still able to.
You just
Yeah.
You're really just hugging him, really.
Pretty much, that's right.
It's a lot
But
of
instead, she will pick up the locks and attempt to throw him off. So make an opposed athletics roll as she attempts to throw you.
And I think she has
Yes.
disadvantage because of the fear.
She
and
does.
poison.
And a con save too.
What's that for?
My Searing Smite hasn't
It's
been
still
10
not.
rounds. I haven't been hit.
Fails the con save. Gets a 16 to attempt to throw Roz, hurl him out into the snowfield.
What do I need to roll? Sorry.
Make an athletics of your own and beat a 16. Unfortunately, she has tossed you out into the snow, distantly, out far, even beyond the Winter Wolf, and the impact of the blow, as you hit the snow and the rocks underneath it, you take 17 points of damage. Crash.
Should have
Up
used.
against
Would
the
Featherfall have helped? Because it's not falling directly down, it's like falling sideways.
It's not really a fall. It's more of a launch.
I'm falling sideways.
Creative use of the space.
Indeed, and so like he glides along more rather than just being like a baseball, you're more like a frisbee as you crash.
I was gonna say, I'm in-
the,
I'm in plate armor too, so I might skid along a little bit.
It's like a skipping stone.
That's it, rolling and tumbling, and then finally coming to rest in a snowbank. All right, Jaraxus.
Kind of getting worried about how much just things aren't exactly doing exactly what he wants. He's going to move, turn 15 feet away towards the edge there. And he's going to cast Ray of Sickness at 2nd level and use Tides of Chaos to give him advantage.
All right.
Ray of Sickness. That's a
Ooh,
natural to
that
me.
works.
I haven't technically done the level 2 stuff for Ray of Sickness, but it's 3d8. So I'll roll for this, which is 2d8, and then I'll just add another d8. So roll 1d8. So another
And
four.
an extra D8 for the all
Oh.
dice of double. So yeah, another D8 on top of that. 19, 23, 27.
And,
Ah,
ooh, sorry, I have to quickly check
Yeah.
that too.
okay. Let's see what that does.
Okay, hopefully it doesn't kill me and everyone else with me.
I have some bad news.
Oh crap! Fireball.
You feel restricted. You feel like there is something grasping at your throat, and at your arms and chest and waist. But worse, there's something grasping at your balls. And it's really, really tight, and it's squeezing. And you notice that your clothes are shrinking to half their size, including your underwear.
Got a nice crop top going.
You do have a nice crop top going. It's like one of those 70s crop tops, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're awful things.
Perfect attire for Bryn Shander, in the winter.
It is indeed.
What did I come back to?
Keeps in all the heat. I'm getting some sexy clothes. Oh well, I get the spell off. I'm happy.
She is all but defeated now. She collapses down onto one knee, casts her axe to the side, just as she casts Roz off into the snow. The Winter Wolf and Manticore are still fighting to the death, but she is defeated.
Yeah. And the wolf still fight. I'll just run to the wolf and I'll hit it.
All right.
Big old
Snaps around at you, tries to warn you to stay out of it, but you do not stay out of it. And you break its back.
Oh.
Wild Gold, the enemies are falling all around you, like rain.
Oh, and
But
the rest
she's
of my
still up?
movement.
Yeah,
this
the rest of
way.
your movement. Perfect. Sort of. She's on one knee. She's casts a weapon aside, not surrendering, just giving. And she hangs her head as if waiting for the executioner's blade.
Well, the executioner's blade is coming. 2 of them. 10 plus 2.
You remove the head
Nice.
of the Jarl, of the daughter of the frost giant Jarl.
I immediately look through all of my bounties to see if she has a larger bounty.
1,000.
Oh! Many money. I immediately grab the head.
Was it 3 or was 400 for the frost giants, right? I
Yeah.
think
Oh
it
no,
was
300 for the frost giants.
3. So that'll be 1,600 that you can collect today. And the winter wolf pelts are worth 50 as well.
What about polar
I
bear?
was like, what about Polar Bear?
Oh yeah.
He deserves
Oh.
a hero's burial.
He's also worth 50 if you if you skin him.
Balrog
He
gets
did so
up.
bad. He's an honoured friend. Yeah.
I hope they make a statue of him in town.
The pole.
Scar- Still
Wild.
knocked out.
Oh yeah, the one guy's knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
You gonna
call,
finish
Lewis.
him off?
You head up there and you check and yeah, he's still breathing just like you left him.
Then
Do it.
I think it's safe. to-
Ratkan races to the top again to see how the rest of the battle is going.
It's going in our favour. The flaming arrows are driving them away, and although they've broken through in some cases, they're being dealt with by Uthgard barbarians and half-orcs and dwarves.
What,
The people of Bryn Shander are tough, and now that they see their Jarl, they see that their leader has collapsed, it breaks them and sends some of them into flight, while a handful of them dead.
yeah. If they already see that she's broken, or that she's dead, I won't do what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Alright. I think it's better off if we just execute that giant.
I think it's already dead.
No, the one
One
that's
that's
just
knocked out.
I mean, no, it's got the red X. It's dead.
Yeah.
Sarah doesn't want to do it.
Wild Will. That's
And
bounty
profitable
gold.
as well. Told the dead.
Before he can run
Chop
there.
the head. I mean, I'm still getting the head anyway. Chop the head off.
It's yours.
Alright. Put that in the bounty sack with the other head.
You know,
Then make my way over to the other one and do the same thing.
You're gonna be fucking like so over encumbered with this shit.
Yeah,
The-
I need to write this down.
Did the Jarl's daughter have anything on her specific?
Yes.
Julia.
Want that
Find out.
club?
You can take a club. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get the club?
She had a great
Yeah,
axe.
Yeah, it has one of each, so yeah, you're able to
Ah.
take that club if you want. It's a pretty big club. It's ceremonial, but You know, kind of like using one of those novelty hands, those novelty gloves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
what
funny.
it's you can funny, but you will be unable to use it without. Tremendous.
She counts as one size larger for carrying.
True.
And then whenever you go to use it, I'll just cast enlarge on you, and you can use it properly.
She has an ivory horn that she blew at the start of the battle. This huge horn, it was 6 feet long, like a mammoth's tusk that has been expanded. The ivory horn is inlaid with silver and gold, and is a work of art unto itself. Probably worth a lot of money. You also, she has a helm, and her helm has some gems encrusted into it. Beautiful amethysts. A total of 15 of these amethysts. So you could pry it out if you don't want to keep them in this giant's helm. Finally, each giant also carries, well, the other 2 giants carry sacks, and the contents of a giant sack can be quite varied. So I'll just the horn's worth 750 gold, and there are 15 gems worth 100 each.
Is that written down? Yep. Okay.
Where are those
I'll just
giants?
copy paste that into our
The
inventory.
treasury?
Oh yeah. Do we have a treasury?
Is this
Yeah,
preparing
it's in
us for
there.
all the revivifies to keep Prophet alive?
Yeah, we could have several diamond. Is there any diamonds amongst them?
15 gemstones?
Amethyst, yeah, all amethyst.
No. Well, then it has to be diamond for revivify.
Yeah.
So we've done.
Um,
Dice.
If you search through the bags, you can roll a D100 twice for the 2 different bags.
Can I roll one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone else can roll the other one if they want.
I guess I will.
Cool.
Should I try and make this a table?
Huh.
Just go with this one and search here.
One of them has a pig inside. The pig's like sitting there quiet, hoping that everyone's forgotten about it. But when you release it, it quickly runs off. Like
Pig.
pig. And the other one has a berry bush, like it's a mulberry bush. It's like, you know how we might grab a lettuce or something. He just grabbed a mulberry bush and stuffed it in his bag and picks off the berries when he wants a snack.
Alright.
Incredible.
These guys were hungry. Damn. Pig and mulberry bush. They're
I mean, those are just snacks for them.
yeah.
So the combat's over now.
Combat is over. Let's take a couple of minutes break.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just try and fix up this treasury.
That the Prophet has words for Jalaxus. So I guess we'll get that when we have come back.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go and get my dinner.
Because you still believe, because he still believes that it's.
Yeah,
he's trapped
I've got
in
some
the-
notes for the roasting. Yeah, be right back.
and then,
Back in a sec as well.
you'll feel a fool because you did not see the thing.
While we got a second, how much did we get paid last game?
40 gold each, wasn't it?
I want to say yes. Actually,
It
I can
was
tell you because I had
40
no money at the start.
40, I believe. Yeah.
Actually, no, I've bought things in town, I believe. Yeah, I guess it's 40.
I think
I
it
bought a
was,
big
yeah.
book. I bought a lot. Oh, and you got a trade bar worth 100 GP each.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Um, giant horn. 750 GP.
Hey, Reese,
Yeah.
has your character changed at all? Like your backstory?
Not really, no.
From when you
which one
pasted
are you
it?
thinking of?
When you
The,
first
for
paid?
John Axis, where he was like born on a
Jaraxxus.
caravan and stuff.
Yeah, he was born on a caravan with his parent. Well, he was born in a caravan when his parents were traveling to a magic site, and they were going to go study it. Yeah.
Because
No, it hasn't
just like
changed.
your earring thing, wasn't that a thing?
Yeah. My mum and dad are my left ear. One's red and one's green. Dad's red, Mum's green.
And you're
Champion.
also timid, right? Like
Uh,
you're sort of more timid.
Sort of. Like, okay, so I guess the best way to explain it is think of Spider-Man. So how he's timid, but like he feels responsibility towards like having to do something, and he will do it, but he's still not sure of himself if he's doing the right things or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a little strange for a timid character to bark orders and
Yeah,
stuff to
I
an
thought you
army.
changed your backstory, to be honest.
Yeah,
No, no.
because like after like
backstory.
the first couple
Sorry,
sessions, because
the
you were acting timid around the Goblin Cave and stuff, and then it sort of just never happened again. I was like, oh okay, he might have changed it.
Yeah, no, it's trying to find it because so because like in the backstory as well, he was like during the spell plague when the blue fire, like he was with everyone, like helping them dispel this massive disaster and shit. So it's a hard thing. He's not scared, but he is a bit unsure of himself whether in his actions are right or wrong.
Okay. Naive is the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess at the very start, timid was the wrong way to describe him. I was finding it hard to describe him aptly.
625 gold pieces is what we have in the inventory. We have 3 giant heads, however.
I've got those on me at the moment.
Yep.
Got one worth 1,000 and 2 worth 300. I also want to take this wolf pelt because I'm actually going to need warm clothing now that I don't have that axe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go find some new clothes. Mine are now useless.
Your bear pelt.
Yeah, I got a bear pelt, but like everything else, all my
I guess
normal
it does.
clothes
It doesn't say it just shrinks. It says uncomfortably
tight.
tight. So I guess the bear pelt also shrunk a
Go to a
lot.
tailor.
There's a
Hey.
polar bear there. You can get that pelt if you want as well.
Yeah, I mean, I summoned him in. I mean, fucking, he's mine.
I'll take
I mean,
that.
yeah, no one knows
Take
that.
winter
but
wolf pelt. Because this one's
polar
burnt.
bears would be polar bears would be warmer, I guess.
That's just aesthetic, Tyler.
Yeah,
What's just a step?
But
Throwback.
pelt.
Aesthetics, yeah.
Yeah, but also I don't want to wear a burnt and charred wolf pelt. I want the nice, pristine one that just needs a little bit of mending.
Besides, I really want to go on a shopping spree, buy some new clothes, some nice clothes.
We need to
And,
divide up that gold that we just got from
Well,
the
just
ship.
putting it
Now
on
I need
the
to go
card.
hand
You
in the
also-
fucking bounties.
And you can also level up while you're at it.
Level
Ooh.
5.
You want me to put all the, 1,300 or 1,600 into the treasury?
Was that from what was on her?
There's 1,000 from her head and 300 for the 2 giants.
We haven't turned those in though.
Okay.
I gotta go turn those in.
What was on her was the giant
The
horn,
15.
250, and the 15 jazz stones in a giant helmet, 100.
750 for the whole
750 for the horn, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I've written it down, but yeah.
5.
So it's
Extra attack.
2,250?
Just a quick poll: should I roll or take average?
Roll.
Fucker,
Okay.
don't back out now.
It's 2 rolls anyway.
What's the
so-
problem?
A 6
Hey,
HP.
max roll.
Try again, see what you'll see. You know
Oh,
why
hell
not?
yeah.
What?
That's take the other one.
No,
I got
take
the
the one,
43
dude. Come on, keep
mile.
the pattern going.
Take the one, baby. Nah, don't do it.
I don't want to die.
Level 5.
Yeah, I thought that might be the end of the prophet there. Like, even
one
just
hit.
where he was being positioned, I thought, shit, one giant's gonna kill him, and then when the polar, you specifically selected where to put the polar bear. I was like, oh man, that's not
To be
good.
fair, I don't look at the wild surge table. I don't know what's
Oh
gonna happen.
no, I hope you don't. That's good.
Yeah, I want it to be completely
You thought you were
random. Like,
teleporting.
I thought I was gonna teleport. I'm like, cool. This means I get to choose where I'm gonna teleport, and like, obviously, I'm not gonna choose right next to like some walls. So like, yeah, no, I'll just chuck it near. Take it near Prophet. I'll go next to Prophet. It's
Cleric
like
level
polar
4.
bear.
I get destroy undead. Don't know how useful that's going to be against giants.
I just get some spells. I got 3rd level spells now.
I got 2nd level spells.
I gotta figure out what the fuck I get. I get that.
I don't think I get anything. Hang on.
Do I
I,
get anything
I get a
else?
feature.
Wait,
Extra
Wait,
attack
fifth
and fast
level.
movement.
Second
Extra attack,
attack.
fast move.
Do
Yeah.
I?
Yeah,
I just
and you
leveled
well,
up to level 5 in Friday's game too as a barbarian of your exact same class.
yeah.
Okay, so I get a second
Hey, I
attack.
did the
and I
exact
get
same thing
plus
as you
10
last
feet.
session with your exact same class and race, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It'll it'll make you that much more dangerous as a barbarian.
Yeah, me.
Not as dangerous as a bugbear with a 15-foot reach.
that's
Flatfoot.
actually dumb though.
It's so fucking great.
I get non-detection and speak with dead as an always prepared spells. That's pretty interesting.
Non-detection would be really useful for that little that little halfling dude. I don't know how long it lasts. I think it means that he can't be found, right?
He can't be targeted with
Scrying
divination magic,
Yeah.
or
That's it.
you change what you. Actually, no. Can you change what you? Okay, no. It's just you hide from divination magic.
Yeah. So
And
they've come here
divination
looking
magic
for
will
him.
target you.
Maybe they knew, he came here through the grapevine, or maybe they
Yeah.
found through magic. But it's possible that could be quite helpful
Speak with dead. That might be useful at this very moment.
at this very moment. That's right. Yeah.
Is Counterspell good? Because I've been told like it's one of the spells wizards should take.
Oh, it's a great spell.
Yeah, as a DM, I find it probably the most, like the spell that is the most effective against me. I cast a bunch of an 8th level party broke into a dungeon the other day, and the NPC casts a spell that's 8th level, so you'd have to be like 15th level to cast it. It's a hugely powerful spell. I just counterspell it.
Oh.
Keep moving.
My channel divinity at 6th level is really good.
I changed my fucking thing. I forgot about my oath. Changed to the one you are in things
Conqueror,
games.
Conquest.
Because he's on a conquest.
The funny thing is, like, my character's like, you're going to bring hope to the nation, and one of your things is like, douse the flames of hope.
Yeah, that's the enemy's flames of hope.
I get hold person. Oh, it's 3 attacks. That's right. I remember you guys talking about it. Fuck yeah.
Fucking spiritual weapon. It's a good spell.
Fucking oath. Especially since I can attack 3 times now. It's fucking stupid.
Cleric. Essentially, it's really good. Except it'll consume all your like bonus actions, so you won't be able to a smite generally.
Also, I'm thinking of dipping Marcus into Paladin later, maybe. Depending on how he
Paladin.
goes. My Leaky.
Okay.
He is actually proficient in the Pan Flute as well. So that's gonna be a little ritual he does. He's gonna
Nice.
give my Leaky a little song.
Gotta spend 60 years adding all my spells.
I was just going to do it after the session. I've like typed in the names of the spells. I was going to do the components and things afterwards.
Nah.
Oh, did we level up?
Yeah.
Did.
Beacon of Hope.
What class are you, Steven? I don't even fucking know.
Fighter.
Fighter champion, yeah, fighter champion.
Ah. I was like, fuck, we have 3 barbarians in this
We have
fucking
3 champions.
Fucking oath we do.
We have 3 champions in this party. Wild, Roz, and Raskan.
Raskan.
There it is again.
And if you wasn't
dead-
paying attention, like because it's a bit hard, like Prophet is a champion too.
Why is that?
He's take magic initiate, so I mean he's just a fighter.
Oh, dispel magic.
Arctic.
Yep.
I just wanted to say that I grabbed this wolf's pelt, and someone else can grab that one. I want to turn this one into clothing for Wild.
Look, white wolf pelts, the beauty can't be understated. Kings from countries 1,000 miles to the south will pay to have white wolf pelts imported. They're worth 50 gold pieces here, but a good white wolf pelt can fetch 5 times that price in the southern market. So even a damaged one is a magnificent fur. It's like having a mink that's hundreds of pounds big.
Hell yeah. And someone else can take the other. Roz, you'll decide if you want to take it.
The polar bear, is that any decent pelts?
Yeah, polar bear is also great. It doesn't have the lustrous feeling to that the white wolf does. It's not as prized, but they're still beautiful and thick pelts. They're more often used in, say, blanket or carpets, rugs, rather than cloaks because they're just so damn big. But you can by all means make a magnificent white polar bear coat. They're particularly popular with dwarven women. Dwarven women.
Now that
will
you
love
really
to
like
wear
your
white.
short shorts.
Yeah. For now, you're a little bit constricted at the moment. Your clothes has not returned to their normal size yet.
Roz has cold resistance, so he doesn't need a cloak, I don't think, right?
No, not necessarily. You should be fine. Your cloak is as good as your fur coat is as good as these winter cloaks are anyway. You're wearing one naturally.
So is
So, yeah,
Jalax
if
going
anyone
to take
else
time
wants
to
that
like
wolf.
get the pelt? 'Cause
Sorry?
I'm just trying to figure out like where everyone's sort of standing. So is he like skinning the pelt?
Oh, I guess if no one takes the other wolf pelt, Jirax said to take that. And then
So
bear, I don't know what to do with the bear. I feel like we should bury him. He was helpful.
So as you're cutting it, the prophet's going to approach you. He's going to shout out, Jalax, I have some words for you.
And I'm right beside him carving the other one. I'm gonna hear all this.
You walk up and I'm like, you can see face paint. I got my nails painted. I've got some stuff in my some braids in my hair.
Pissed
and
off in the
stuff.
middle of
Don't
battle.
worry, that is one of the points I have written.
Yeah.
So he's going to start off like, why didn't you use the ring? If you said you had it.
What ring?
The Ring of 4 Seasons.
You mean this? I pull out the fake ring.
Yeah. Why did you not use it, you fool?
Because it's fake. I stole it from inside the town.
It's like mid-word. It's just like, and what was your plan? Did you think they will not just? Did you think they'll just leave?
Yeah, if I made them make a blood pact, maybe they'd have to leave.
And Bryn Shander is one of how many towns that the giants could attack? Bryn Shander is
wouldn't
the
attack-
largest.
They wouldn't attack them if I gave them this.
They would have
Because they
attacked them.
want to come
They are
back
here to
here.
kill all of them. Do you hear nothing I have told you?
Prophet. All is dealt with. Surely this is unnecessary.
No, this is necessary. This man is making foolish decisions. Like, why? Where is this confidence coming from? He's just going to think. It's like, is it that woman? Are you doing this for her? Because I'll have
No,
you know
I just
now
didn't.
that decisions made of lust are the worst ones, and you need to like move past it.
Coming from experience.
I just didn't want to fight.
Then you were a coward.
Oh.
Speaking of not wanting to fight, where did you go? For you just disappeared. And that bear, like, were you trying to kill me?
Would he know that? Like, is it
Where you
something
cast a spell and then a bear appeared beside me?
coincident?
Lightning.
Oh, yeah. Spontaneous bears just happen. Get control of your magic or forfeit it.
Oh. How can he forfeit his magic?
Yeah,
Just
I don't know. Jackson
stop
will just
using
turn
it.
around and keep cutting the bear pelt.
Not let it affect him. I'll like sidle up to Jiraxis when Prophet goes on his merry way.
He's going
Hey,
to go on his way,
Optic.
but he's not merry.
The bag that the queen had, the mammoth skin bag, that is mammoth skin, normal mammoth skin, not of my kin, right? Is that fair?
Yeah, I'm muted. Yeah, it's actual mammoth skin, not Loxodon skin. So yeah, you look at it, you check it a double times, but no, it's elephant skin. It's mammoth.
Okay.
Grandpa?
And like when I sidle up to Jaraxxus, I'll just be like, try not to let Prophet get to you. He's very weird.
I mean, he did have a point.
He kind of did have a point. I owed it.
Like Wild's like not taking his eyes off the skinning, but he's just like at it all.
You gotta have his two cents.
How long have you been
Buckley.
sitting there?
I know
I've
that you
been here
want
a
my
while.
opinion.
Wild is the most valuable member of this party.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
if you need his opinion. I mean,
Exactly.
it's,
Wild. I mean, we're Wild and friends. That's our party. Come on.
This is being generous.
Well, whatever way you look at it.
That was magnificent, says Devessa, the speaker, the nominal leader of this town. It was magnificent. I've never seen such fighting. You fought like caged devils. You were brilliant. All of you. You are heroes. Heroes of Bryn Shander. Why they should tell tales about you. They will tell tales about you. I shall have you made famous throughout the Sword Coast. You deserve no less.
Famous?
Aye. The giant killers who took off the head of the daughter of the Jarl. Who stopped an army of frost giants from destroying the 10 towns. If you will go to Waterdeep, then I shall send with you a letter of recommendation. I shall write to my relatives and make sure that they place every resource at your disposal. My family are involved in shipping. We are quite moderately wealthy. If you should need a vessel, a ship of any sort, I shall see to it that my family can provide you passage wherever you need to go. If you feel that you would like to accept this gesture of thanks, it was like being in a story. It was magnificent and all over so fast. Oh, and she looks at all those giant heads that you're ripping off. I suppose I should see to it that you're paid healthily for your grisly work.
Yes, you should. And that other reward also sounds pretty good.
We must
Oh,
check
very
on-
good.
We must check on Serac, see how he has fared under the temple.
Yes, check on Sirak, and I shall write to my aunt, Ernva Coldwater. She has a magnificent ship, the Dancing Wave. I shall write and organize the funds. You go and find that irksome halfling.
And if
Did
Sorry.
they really come here looking for him?
I think he believes that he's telling the truth, that he is not the one they're looking for. Perhaps his father really is in the town?
You seem to be more than warriors. You seem to be perfectly skilled at inquisition and exposition as well. I shall ask you another duty. If you could extract from him all the information that you can, that we might better predict the movements of further giant attacks.
Well, finding this Ring of the Four Seasons seems to be quite a high priority, so it benefits us too to look for it.
Not as high a priority as getting paid. She gives a big hearty wink to Wild Gold.
Yeah, that's right. Gold is the driving factor for me. This ring can wait.
Clearly.
Out of curiosity, how much is this ring worth?
It is a
Priceless.
unique
Someone doing
artifact
Wild Sword.
with no price being sufficient.
Worthless!
Yeah, that's
Why are we after this?
Because it
How
is
much
the
are your
most
muscles?
powerful item you will ever have.
My muscles are pure gold. From Gold Clan.
sentimental value, says Balrog. We want it for its sentimental value.
So-
Rolls his eyes.
So if your muscles have a price and it is priceless, then your muscles are worse.
Priceless, worthless, sort of same thing.
Let's leave it at that. Oh,
he's done
he will
talking to
try
you.
and get for the ring.
I thought that was the end for me. Balrog says to whoever's standing around and listening. He's muttering it to himself, to his own hands, to his axe. I thought that was the end.
I will take the time to cast Cure Wounds on him, Luro, and Sir Nylek.
And I'll pump.
Nylef,
I'll
sorry.
slime lay on hands on Balrog.
I thought I would never see her again.
Her?
Oh, a woman in Waterdeep. Someone who is close to me.
Well,
I call Devessa over if she's still here.
Yeah, she's talking to the sheriff at the moment, and she comes back to you.
Can you do us a favor? I want not a recommendation just for us, but for this hunk of a man right here.
Oh, of course. He nearly gave his life for us all. I shall see to it.
And send it to a particular family, and I asked Balrog for the family's name. I can't remember who it is.
The Blood Ravens, I think.
Horn Raven.
Horn
That's
Ravens.
right. Yeah, that's it.
And to tell the Horn Ravens that he's worth more than he looks. And that
His ears, even though you're not talking to him, his ears perk up. What did you say about that family? I'll have you know they're good people.
I said nothing against. I said you're worth more than you.
Huh.
And I'm getting a recommendation letter for you to be reunited.
Wait, no, you mustn't. No, you mustn't. They will punish her. They will exile her. They will find a way to make her pay. But there is something you can do. He reaches into the folds of his armor and pulls out 2 diamonds, quite large. I have these beautiful things. I had hoped that one might be inserted in an engagement ring, and the second a wedding ring. My people, you see, there are no females among the Minotaurs. We must find a woman from the other species with which to breed, someone who accepts us. I thought I had found her, but... Here, take these diamonds. If you go to Waterdeep, give one to her, and you may keep the other for yourself.
I take the diamonds and I say on my blood, and I hand as I take the diamonds from him.
See to it that she is looked after and cared for well. I have doubts about that.
We'll do our best.
Devessa writes the letter anyway, of recommendation, against his will. But she gives it to you, and you can decide whether to deliver it or not.
I don't like choices.
Now that we have Revivify, I don't need to always have Gentle Repose on. Alright.
I have locate object. I have zone of truth. Come on, let's find this ring.
Can we rest first?
We wouldn't be ready, would it?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you are resting, and you're not the only ones. Most of the town is resting. Those who aren't gossiping, and you have a cold mead with the sheriff who was off battling, directing the battle in a different sector of the wall. But from my vantage point, I saw how much of an impact y'all had on the battle. You really stopped that woman in her tracks. I was impressed. You fought like my grandfather fought, all those years back, before the spell plague, when the orcs poured down from the spine of the world. I was a boy then. A boy, but I had an axe in my hand, and, well, it must be more than 150 years since I've seen fighting like that. If you're looking for more work, there's more of them out there, There's more giants, more frosties out there in the wild. You bring in a frosty, I'll give you 300. You know that. If you're looking for something to pass the time, then I'll give you what you need. I'll give you your provisions and your whatever else you're after. And you'll have accommodation throughout the 10 towns. You want to head up to Goodmead or over to Kelvin's Cairn? Well, I'll send with you. We don't use letters of recommendation up here, but word travels fast, and if I say you're all right, then you're all right. Now, I don't want to put any pressure on you. You might be fucking sick of the cold, but if you want to hang around, if you want to make a difference, then we'd appreciate it.
Oh, I don't really care about making a difference, but gold does sound really nice.
Well, we may have to take our time looking for this Ring of Four Seasons.
It's in your hands. You've earned some quiet time to think about it. I won't hold your name to it, and we don't have much in the way of formal pay. But like I said, you bring in their heads, and you can cash them in. Fair trade for fair work. Tell you what, you agree to do this, I'll let you hang on to the axe until you're ready to head south again.
Deal.
Have a think about it.
Deal.
What was his tasks?
He just wants you to head out into the wilds of Icewind Dale and look
Put
for
down some giants.
Yeah, that's right. Just thin the numbers, cull them.
We can, right? Because feel free to say no if we cannot. Wild is still gonna say yes, but you guys can veto that.
Yeah, no, we are.
Okay.
Like, we're gonna look for the ring tomorrow. And
Well,
Think about it overnight and get back to me in the morning.
would I, since we leveled up, right? Would we
We
have
did.
the spell slots of the higher level?
The next day you will, so not
Okay.
today, but after a long rest.
All right.
And this is
so-
kind of the drinking beer and eating pork is kind of the long rest right now. You're in the middle of it, kind of thing.
I'd like to request that they keep the Lady Giant's head on hand, so I can use my spell on it tomorrow to interrogate it, more or less.
Absolutely. They don't tar it yet. Yeah, they keep it nearby.
Cool.
I've already prepared Zone of Truth and Find Familiar too.
Does that work like that?
What, you have Find Familiar?
Find Steed?
Find Steed, yeah. That's what I meant.
Well, what? That was quite a battle. says the knight. I had thought that the biggest challenge I'd have up here would be the Weevil, the Warvel Forkbeard, the man I've come tracking down. But oh, that was a fight and a half. What?
If we find him, in our search for the ring, we'll be sure to let you know.
Oh yes, good and well, but it'd be a 1 in a million, wouldn't it? Hit a needle in a haystack. I'll find him. I'll track him down. Don't you worry. I tell you though, I do have something that you might be of assistance. I no doubt you're sick of the cold and you're ready to go back to warmer lands. What?
We
We
may
will bear
stay
the
here
cold as long as
sometime.
necessary until the giant threat is over.
It's a good change. I love the cold.
Well, I suppose I should be happy. What? But no, I had hoped that you'd head south. I've got to. Well, I'm a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. You might have heard of us, a group of knights dedicated to law and justice and
I think we
freedom.
know someone from there.
Uh,
Who was it? Didn't we help a knight on our way up here? That was from
you
the order?
did. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
The Temple of Tyr. That is the Order Gauntlet, isn't it?
There's a Temple of Tyr here.
Oh.
Yeah. This Nylef.
Jordeath.
Here is my lord, the
Tavel's
order my
son.
fam. Yeah.
Ah, but we've got to go back. That goes back to Waterdeep, doesn't it? Yeah.
Jordeath Tavelson. I don't know
That's-
where he...
Oh, Jordeth. Yes, Oh, good man, Sir Jordeth. Yes. Well, I killed my first hill giant alongside him, and I think it was his first as well. Though he'd been carving up ogres since he was a young lad. What? Huh? Well, if you head south, if you find yourself in Neverwinter, perhaps you could report in for me. Just tell them that, tell them that the search continues. I haven't yet found him. What? Okay, I haven't found him, but I will. I'll find the Weevil. Trail's gone cold. I'll only be here a few more days. What? And, if you're in Neverwinter, then track down Sir Laniver Strail, follower of Tyr. Let him know that, well, tell them everything that's gone on. Would you do that for me, lads?
If we're down that way, yes, sure.
Yeah, so there's a guy called Sir Laniver Strail, lives in Neverwinter, just wants you to give him a report. A member of the Order of the Gauntlet. Tell them that, Sir Barrack is failing. He hasn't done the job that he's come to do, but I guess he's killing giants, which is kind of cool. So I give Barrack a 4 out of 10. Needs improvement, but there is promise.
He's asking us to give him a recommendation, like a 5-star in Uber,
Well, that would be dishonest.
a
but-
4-star, 3.5
Yeah,
star. He's doing a
3.5.
good job, but not the job he was sent for.
There, you're good at this. To Sir Laniver Strail about Sir Barrack Nyleth.
He's starting up another quest log. Hey, I spelled Laniver right. Hell yeah.
So to reiterate again, Sir Barrack's been looking for the Weevil, hasn't found him. Gonna keep searching.
Tale of Weevil. Neverwinter. So Nyleth still searching for the Weevil, but is killing giants. But has killed giants. All right.
Like, don't think like we still have like the banner of like Satcham's orders, like mercy eternal, just execute prisoners.
I'll be back in like 5 seconds.
Cool, cool. So,
What time do we?
yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
I was just going to ask you, there's like, because you wanted to speak to the cleric at some stage, I think.
I
So I
had an
wanted to see if he's
irrelevant
okay.
question.
'Cause despite what appears, Prophet does care a little bit.
Cool. What comes next?
To the cleric, I guess.
No problems. And, so he's attending to countless wounded, many of them beyond help. A lot of people died today. In general, when a giant attacks you, you die immediately. And for every swing that they took, they felled a man. The casualties are quite high, but they number in the dozens, not the scores or the hundreds. So, what can you expect? We took out their army. They took out a few of our defenders, but all in all, Bryn Shen fared pretty well. Sirac is exhausted nonetheless and distracted. Oh, I don't have time to talk, I'm afraid. Please. Oh, yes, right over there. Oh, no. They'll need ice. No, hot water for them. Bandages. And so on. He's trying to coordinate this triage, this emergency chamber. And, but you eventually get him with a cup of coffee and a little biscuit, and he takes a few minutes off just because he's ordered to. His high priest demands that he takes a break. I heard the battle went well at the front gate. I could have helped, you know. I could have done something.
You did all you needed to.
You're right, you know. It meant I still had my reserves left for the emergencies who came into the temple. Yes,
And we need to thwart the giants no matter the cost.
But haven't you been listening? I'm not the one they're looking for.
But as long as they believe it, it is enough.
He goes pale. I'm not safe here, am I? They'll be back, won't they?
They will.
Oh, he buries his head in his hand. What will I do? Why am I asking Kobold for advice?
Because I am the prophet and I see the future.
You see, what's my future?
Your future is to fight for the cause or to die trying. As is all, as is the task, as is the task of all living creatures. Like in Fable.
Yes, I'll be dying trying that. He drinks his cup of coffee.
Your resolution is good.
You laugh. Well, I was going to say you're weird, but I suppose you're weird for a kobold as well. He eats his biscuit. You're just weird all around, aren't you?
I suppose, but I have a task, and I cannot be allowed to act as a kobold.
Well, I have a task too. I shouldn't act like a child. I should go to the Roaring Horns. They're a family, a noble family down in Waterdeep. They knew my father apparently quite well. Never liked my mother, but from what I've heard, no one did. The Roaring Horns, yes, perhaps you should... Perhaps I should... Perhaps we should go and speak to... I'll come with you, though. I'm not sure that a life on the road really suits me. Maybe I can hide in Luskan. Oh my goodness, that's more effort than I'm willing to put in, quite frankly. Just drop me off in Luskan. I'll rent a small apartment, and no one will know the wiser. The party can be there if they want, yeah.
What if we can find a way for you somewhere else? I don't think Luskan's a place to stay very long, especially if you want your identity kept safe.
But I've heard it's such a romantic city of swashbucklers and free trade and fair maidens.
No.
Ruled by an enlightened government of mages who know what's best for the people.
Well, definitely no.
Oh. I'm gonna miss that about Bryn Shander. People could say what they will about the living up here, but at least the hand of government is light. The leaders here genuinely care about their people. Well, if I don't make it, then you can speak to them for me, perhaps. The Roaring Horns. They knew my father, you know. I don't know them myself. I've never really had anything to do with nobility, but my father, he was, well, famous. Even before the ring, more so after. I don't know why he married my mother. Everyone says that they never loved each other. But why do people get married if they're not in love?
Maybe she's had something over him? Or maybe she had the ring?
I wonder who's got it now.
But you must keep this all to yourself and tell no one else. They are not to be trusted.
Shakes his head slowly again.
Remember, you still have your knife if they get too hard.
I'm taking advice from a kobold. He nods. Good advice. From a kobold. I'd better get back to work. There are the people.
Of course. Remember the things we have spoken about?
I shall keep it quiet. Prophet?
And I guess he goes back to work.
Is this the day after?
It's still the same sort of like afternoon, relaxing somewhere in the bar or somewhere. So you haven't quite leveled up yet, no.
Yep.
But soon perhaps. Jaraxxus, you're having a drink with Beldora. She's paying. After all you did. Yes, she has bought you new clothes, or at least supplied you from the Harper's emergency supplies. They might be a little bit too big, and they possibly smell like man sweat.
Sorry, I'll go buy some later. I was going to say I probably wouldn't have gone with everyone to the church to go talk. I was going to go then and go get some clothes.
Yeah, Yeah, cool. All right. Well, at some stage during the afternoon, Beldora has managed to track you down so that she can buy you a drink for what you did. And she asks you, "You're very heroic. You and your friends are. You are more heroic than I could have imagined you would be. Do you ever hear of the Harpers?"
I wouldn't know about that, but yeah, we know about them.
You know, the Harpers are good people. They try to protect the downtrodden. They try to look after the oppressed. This is a world where the rich and the powerful tread all over those who have neither money nor position. The Harpers would not see it like that. You would be a good fit, I think, for our organization.
I gotta. I guess I would love to join, but are you sure? As you saw today, I'm a bit of a loose cannon, considering what's happened to me in the past. I've been affected.
Oh, my dear. The Harpers have a long traditions of working with loose cannons. Aye, you would be perfect for this, I believe. If you should think about it, but I will recommend you. And that is all that it will take. If you want to become one of the Harpers, if you want to be a part of something bigger, if you want to be on the side of the little guy, then you would be perfect for this. I would help you. I'd show you the ropes. She gets a bit closer. Anything that you need to know, I can teach you.
I guess Draxus would kind of be a bit oblivious to the advance, but then say, "All right, put the notification in. I'll consider joining the Harp."
I hope you do. She kisses you on the cheek. You never know what the future has in store for.
I've heard quite enough about the future already. He gives like a dry smile. I need to go get some new clothes. These stink.
Yes, they do. You still look good in them, though.
He'll give like a half, like a sort of half enthusiastic wink, and he'll get up and just go to around the town to look for some decent clothes.
Beldora, you fat wench! Come here, I want to buy you a... She looks over to you and rolls her eyes and says, "Looks like it's time to get back to..." If there's the rest of the day you laze about, think, reflect, and then the sun rises the next morning, you feel blessed, empowered, more competent, more confident. And destiny is in your hands. You can walk out the doors, the gates of Bryn Shand today, in any direction you want.
I think the first thing Rask, as soon as he wakes up, feeling this new empowerment, he'd walk outside into like I don't know if there's a park. I guess that's like a parky looking area.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd go out there and no ground, and he'd cast Find Steed, and a large white stag with massive horns.
Magnificent.
Ruz from the ground. That's him. I haven't thought of a name yet. I didn't even think of that.
Large white stag name generator.
White stag from the north.
Breath.
Antler doesn't really, go with anything, but hoof maybe. Winter hoof or
Poof the hoof.
Baratheon.
that's it. Glacier. Who knows?
I'll think of something.
There we are. The magnificent steed is a beauty, and an Uthgardt comes up to you. I will give you 50 pieces of gold for your beast.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, it will work like that if I want it to work like that. You do not want my money? I will take your beast for myself.
I snap my fingers and it's gone.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. Because it's not exactly find familiar.
He can dispel it though as an action.
I can dispel it, yeah.
Oh, so you just get rid of it.
I'm just proving him a point to tell him to pretty much fuck off.
He gets frightened, and his Uthgardt buddies do not tamper with the source. These are the ones that killed the giants.
And I like when a dragon before he roars, see their throat burn. His throat starts to ice up, and he opens his mouth ready to attack. Just tries
Forgive
to
me.
scare them away.
I did not know, and then they back away, and Half-Orc comes up to you and said, I've never seen Uthgardt back away from a fight before. It was really something.
Well, it was easy. You see the weak points and you go for it.
Hey, this one's for you. And the Half-Orc hands you a mug and drinks from his own. I was on the wall yesterday. Sunk an arrow or two into the giants, but I tell you, things would have been much worse if you and yours weren't there.
Well, we do our best. We're on a conquest of sorts. Me and the kobold. So, we're here to help.
Speaking of the kobold, he's got something to do. So he's been trying to get him, big himself up for it the entire night. Something he never thought he'd have to do. It's even harder than the giant fight. He's going to go up to Wild Gold. He's going to say, yesterday you fought with bravery and valor and cunning and skill. If you're an indicator of your people, they will be an asset to the fight to come. He's going to leave. Wild Gold did fight well.
Son of a bitch!
He's right, says the pretty red-headed dwarf. I saw you fight, and it was really magnificent. You were riding around on that great beast. I'd never seen anything like it. When you first brought that beast to the gates, I thought, oh, that one will have to get put down, won't it? It'll be violent. But no, I can say that I was wrong. You're magnificent up there, a flying cat on a flying cat. It was I'll tell me children if I ever should have. And she looks over towards the sheriff.
I am not a cat. I am a magnificent lion.
Lions are type of cat. I read it in a children's book. Everyone knows it.
Well, we're better than cats.
Oh, I don't doubt you do. I don't doubt you are. You're absolutely magnificent. Handsome and tall and strong. Why, you'd be the perfect representative for your people, I mean, or Bryn Shander. You're a hero. I'm sure you get all of the cat girls falling at your feet.
Oh, all of them. Every single one.
Oh, she giggled. Oh. Is it true that cats do it 10 times a day?
20.
She laughs. Say, was I hearing that you were asking about dwarves? I'd heard that you'd been looking for crafts. Or was that just am I getting me messages?
Well, I was looking for craftsmen, and then we put something in that's gonna get crafted. But I'm also looking for a better weapon.
Well, the Brighthelm clan, my own clan of Iron Master. You, I wouldn't be blowing my own trumpet to say that we are the master craftsmen in all of the north. You see, Brighthelms have been guild craftsmen since, well, since before Waterdeep was a city, back in the days of old Delzoun, 1,000 years or more. If you're willing to head out to Iron Master, I'd make sure that that they knew who you were. You see, the sheriff, he's a bit headstrong. He's so brave, you know. He's so strong, but he's just one man, a magnificent man, but just one man. And Bryn Shander, we need more. You saw how many fell yesterday. You saw the injuries that they suffered. You know, dwarves are the best fighters in the world. As a lion man, I'm sure you can appreciate how important it is to have good defense. And I really think we should be asking for more help. Head up to Iron Master and see if they'd send us some reinforcements, won't you? If you're going that way.
I think we can probably do that.
Yeah, that's right. For Clan Brighthelm.
Nice, and we'll be able to get some good weapons of it.
Aye, the best of all. Craftsmen so talented that the likes of which have been lost to most peoples with the dwarf. I don't know where these places necessarily are.
Iron
but,
Master's right
I'm
there,
sure we'll
just
find.
near Bryn Shander.
Oh, cool.
What was the other one?
Oh, okay, so it's just one of the 10 towns.
What was the other town? That's Lanavir.
One's in Neverwinter, one's in Waterdeep. Some of them just wandering through the wilds
Yeah,
of the...
The other fella just wanted us to wander and get heads.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Iron Master and get some heads along the way and stuff. That'd be a pretty good journey. We get some better weapons. Although we do need to wait for the thing that we're getting crafted to finish.
And I will re-roll the portents for today.
Yeah, it's a new day.
While we're waiting for stuff to get crafted, we might as well snoop around for this ring and on the side Weevil, I guess.
I'll look
We
for
need to
Weevil.
interrogate the thing.
Oh yeah, we can ask the head if we wish.
Yeah,
We
sure.
should- we should gather everyone for this. Everyone.
I'll pull the head out then.
Aradel, I don't think you have the head yet still, do you? Do we turn it?
I thought we
turn
handed
yet?
it in and stuff, but oh
No,
well.
we didn't.
They have the head in.
Yeah.
I guess.
You can hand it in any time. That's up to you. The money's
okay.
available.
I thought we had to go to the place, and there wasn't one in Bryn Shander.
I can ask the head up to 5 questions. If anyone has any questions, we should ask it. Now's the time to brainstorm.
Where else they plan to attack?
Um,
How they know
Also-
of the ring, mayhaps?
real quick, Arctic with Zone of Truth and Speak. Is
Yeah,
that a
they-
thing?
Yeah, they work together. My understanding of Speak with Dead is that they don't have to answer that if they don't want to. As Zone of Truth is the same, I'm pretty sure.
I'll just ping it. See.
Yeah, Yeah, they can just like say I'm not telling you.
And they probably can't lie, can't they?
Is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
Yeah. So Zone of
Yeah.
Truth will be like a security manager.
Yeah, it is a good choice to blend them together.
I mean, she might be smart enough just to not answer at all, so be prepared for that.
Yeah.
You also have an unconscious one too, unless we put it.
We
to
kill it.
Oh right,
Yeah, I cut its head off.
cool.
You know, killeth all that.
Can anyone ask the questions?
Don't think so. Allowing it to answer questions you pose.
Okay. Well,
Where else it'll search
give
for
me a
the
list
red.
of questions to say. Wild Gold really brainstorming them questions.
Yeah, listen to him type. He's so smart.
Oh, I didn't have my mic up.
Hello?
Hello. No, I'm typing how much gold we each get and the silver and stuff
Out of what?
out of the bounty.
Okay, so now
That's pretty appropriate, actually. Like, we've come up with this plan to advance the story forward, and you're like, no, I'm working on the money. Like, you know who I am, right?
Like I said before, I don't give a shit about the ring. It's worthless to me.
Duality of cat. How it knew of the ring? Or how it knew the ring was here? That's quite an interesting division you've made. Could it round it
1600
off?
divided by 7.
Alright.
What's 228 plus 32? 260?
I have a calculator, that's my answer.
Yeah, 260. I'm a big brain, Saxon. 57
now
plus 37.
overencumbered.
Too much.
I am also encumbered. Thanks for gold.
You're welcome.
57 silver.
I am not yet encumbered. 14 copper.
Neither am I.
14.
Fuck, how much weight do you guys? Oh, you guys are weak. Yeah, never mind.
You guys are weak.
I can't even carry my. Oh, no, I can wear heavier armor. I can't. It ignores you ignore strength requirements to wear armor, but like that doesn't matter because usually it'll make you ever encumbered anyway. I have 20 arrows and a longbow. Oh, I don't
We
need
still
them
have a
anymore.
cart, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Bryn Shander will give you brand new carts if you need them. You know, your heroes around here.
He'll put 200 gold on the cart.
A nice fun thing that someone suggested is put parentheses around
The stuff you
things
aren't
that-
carrying.
in the weight section of things that you aren't carrying or things that are in your backpack essentially, and then at the start of battle you can be like, I dropped my.
Yeah, putting parentheses around the number means that it doesn't factor in your encumbrance. It just mathematically
Oh,
can't
I did-
recognize the number.
I didn't know that. I just sort of did that in my inventory and set the weight to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I had been doing, but it's much better.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before today either.
Very smart.
Hmm.
Because then you can calculate the weight of everything. Is rations 2 weight, right? For each? I think so.
2
Seems
pounds.
like-
That's about,
Oh yeah,
kilo,
about half
I
kilo. Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, yeah, kilo.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
A kilo in total. Kilo of food for a day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
right.
still, if you reduce profit, you can still lift him with Mage Hand, so I'm happy.
Huh.
That's great. Just adding the
But
weight.
I don't see a kobold saying, make me even smaller.
Do I still have my cask of honey mid? I don't know if I drank all that. And how heavy was that big old Bryn Shander book that I bought? It was like 15 pounds or something, right?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
that thing?
Yeah.
And yeah, big timber cover.
Keeps out all the bad stuff.
That's it, except for woodworms,
Yeah.
termites.
It encourages them. Well, like they can't really survive up here anyway.
That's what I was thinking. Not a lot of termites in Bryn Shander.
Probably doesn't help them. Yeah. So we've got the questions written down. So next attack locations, next places. Well, they were confident that the ring was here, so that one might not be useful.
We'll try and think of more, and if we can't think of any more, that can still be.
Well, yeah, I can cast it on the head at any time. So whenever you think of one, we may as well just do other things in the meantime.
And remember, you can't speculate about future events.
Hmm.
The spell fails
so-
if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days, so you can only ask it once every 10 days.
Yeah.
I've got to ask. So, since you can't speculate about the future, but could you ask it something like, "Did you know of any plans to attack future locations?"
As long as it has knowledge of it before it died, of course.
Yeah, it sounds like a legit question. The main problem is it doesn't have to answer, and it can lie. So outside of that, I think you can ask anything.
Depends like on its like personality. If it was an honorable warrior and it's like seen as it's defeated, maybe it'll be like, I'll give you the answers you want, or maybe it'll just be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. It might be cooperative because it's dead, or the contrary.
Like maybe it sees no point in lying because it's dead. Nothing.
The last thing it heard was a kobold calling it a disgrace to its kind. I don't think it likes it.
Just hide. We'll just hide the prophet. It's not a creature, so you can't really target it with a lot of spells because it's just a body.
Corpse and object, yeah.
Yeah.
Revivify?
Yeah, let me just
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
can do that. I think it's a bit late for it, but
Yeah, a bit late. Gotta be 1 minute, Chief. Speaking of, can I? It's within everyone's best interest that maybe I should turn in a few of those 15 gemstones to grab some diamonds to be able to heal us, revive us if one of us dies.
Alright, they'll exchange it at a 10% loss, so 1,100 gold of gems for 1,000 diamond, if you know what I mean. Like, basically, pay a 10% premium.
Yeah.
And,
So, anyone against that?
Not man.
Wild won't be there.
Um,
He has no interest in the head, so he's not going to be with you guys.
That's we're selling stuff.
Mine. He's with you.
exchange.
That's exactly where he is. Oh, hi guys.
He's
many
looking for someone
diamonds?
to get the wife well done.
How many diamonds do you think we should get? Just 2 for now, or 3?
We have one currently, don't we?
No. Oh yeah. What? How much was
Yeah,
the one
Balrog.
that Balrog gave us? What's its price value?
The diamonds, each of them are 1,000 gold pieces. The one
Oh,
that he wants to
shit.
live.
I have those.
Yeah, that's what we were asking.
Well, we don't.
I didn't
we
get the
don't
price
need
off.
that. It's
Yeah.
1,000 each. Well, we can hold on to that. We don't need that right now. 1,000 gold. I think that's like a bit of a high level.
Yeah, it's a pretty big diamond. It's, you know, a rock
Sizable.
suitable for a ring.
So you reckon 2 diamonds good for now? It gives
Yeah.
us one in case of one if someone falls, and then a second one in case of an emergency, and we can't get another one by the time we get back to civilization.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's 600 golds. So how many gemstones
Just
should I turn
6,
in?
isn't it?
Yeah, but it's at a 10% premium.
Well, you'd probably do 7 and then get 40 gold.
7 and 40 gold back.
Yeah.
You can do that, yeah. As long as you
Extra
pay the extra 10%, then
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you
that's
can
So
change.
that's 660 gold, and you get 40 gold back.
yep, that's cool.
So we have 8 gemstones now, and 40 gold extra. Cool. And I'll add those diamonds onto my inventory since I believe no one else can cast Revivify.
Where do you
Can.
store your diamonds?
Where do
Mile
I store
can.
my diamonds?
Yeah.
Let me just think of like his sort of situation of how he wears
He
stuff.
swallows them.
Can there be like you know how the drow have like their little like personal items in like a little kind of necklace sort of thing in like a pouch on a necklace?
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to do that, like so it's like sitting right behind my holy symbol on my around my neck.
All right.
in like a
Yeah.
little,
So
like a little bag.
it's at the back of an amulet on your. Is that what you said?
So like on the same necklace as my amulet in like a little pouch, like just resting underneath behind the amulet.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
So 2 diamonds worth 300 GP each. That's for like if I ever get pickpocketed, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Or if you visit a woman of unsavory scruples, and when you wake up in the morning, you find your wallet gone.
Aradel's into extremely attractive dragons, so.
Wow. They don't go for the wallet, they want the whole
poses
house.
humans.
Not satisfied until they've taken everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Unless anyone wants to buy something, I might quickly check the D&D Beyond to see if there's anything that needs buying.
Wild just wanted to find somewhere he could get the Winter Wolf pelt turned into a cloak, and I sort of have
Yeah.
a style that I wanted in. I've got
Uh-huh.
a picture of that.
Yeah, sure.
Hang on a second, it's not in that folder.
I guess I go with
Sort of-
him as well. Did you
This
mind?
style, but with
Ooh.
wolf instead of bear.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty complex, but you'll find someone willing to do it
Jesus
for 20
fucking
gold,
Christ.
which is much cheaper than you'd find it anywhere else.
20 gold. Can
Yeah.
I? Alright, yeah, I'll do that. 20 gold's perfect.
Yeah, it takes them a couple of days, but they're a creative artist, like a half elf. She got a nose ring, and yeah, she really wants to challenge herself. And your project is just the sort of thing to wake her up out of the depression and the malaise that she's been feeling up here in these cold, frosty.
Hell yeah. And I'll also try to find somewhere to sell my snow leopard print cloak.
You know, you get a very good price. I'll give you 10 gold, which is probably 1/5 of what you get in Waterdeep.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it. I paid 50 gold for this thing. I'm not. It's
Yeah.
less gold than I paid. Not worth.
No, they don't want it here. It's it's snow leopards are.
Everywhere.
Yeah, my grandma uses a snow leopard skin for a blanket. You know.
What the hell? Douglas pack is 47.5 pounds.
Crowbar.
That is the heaviest backpack. It's got a crowbar, a hammer, and like 2 like a hooded lanterns and like just so much really heavy shit. That is
How much
ridiculous.
just for a simple like cloak?
5 gold for the simplest ones, yeah. But they're warm though. They're good quality cloaks up here.
Oh, I mean the because I had the other singed
Wolf pelt, winter wolf pelt.
winter wolf pelt.
Oh, to get it made up, yeah. Again, 5 gold. If you just want something, just yeah, as you say, quite simple. It's still beautiful on account of its magnificence. There's just nothing complex about it. You just wrap it around you like Jon Snow or
Yeah,
Ned
just
Stark
same
wraps it
style.
around the shoulders. Yeah,
Yeah.
much bigger than that though. Much bigger.
And I'll while I'm out, I'll just buy some nicer clothes for myself.
Yeah, you can spend as much money as you want. A gold piece will get you some awful rags. 100 gold pieces will make you the best dressed schwank in Bryn Shander. 500 gold pieces isn't much to spend money in Waterdeep, but up here it sets you out as a real dickhead. You know? Yeah, like who spends that much money on clothing?
You know,
Like it's gonna wear out soon.
dresses as an average guy. He doesn't want rags, but he doesn't want to be pompous.
Yeah.
Maybe 25.
Yeah, you look magnificent. You look like one of the upper class, but it's tasteful. It's not gaudy, or ostentatious.
Yeah,
It's a good song.
25 gold's fine then.
Actually, the point of my heart, is there a bard who can have like commission like the stories so that he can like spread the word in the north about like, the cause?
Yeah,
The champion?
absolutely. Do you want a dwarven bard? Do you want an Uthgard bard? Or do you want a traveling bard who's only up here temporarily? Barbarian, a dwarf, or a traveler?
I'm going like either barbarian or dwarf. Like we want something that will like, because the traveler might not know what these people want to listen to.
Alright, the barbarian will spread it among his people, among the lands, whereas the dwarf will spread it among the towns.
I think I'll give to the dwarf because dwarves tend to be more lawful, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so how much is he asking commission?
Oh, it depends, you know, what you want me to say and how long you want me to say it for. It's negotiable. What exactly are you after?
I want the message spread across all of the north
Oh,
about what happened here today and the impending doom of the giants.
100 gold
coming-
pieces.
And I want to be there while you write it. I will offer no changes, but I wish to be present.
Oh, well, it might take 5 days to compose something like that, especially the final version. You in a...
I'll be there at least on the first day, but we'll see on the
All right.
100
a deal.
gold.
Well, let's get started now. And he starts brainstorming, and you know, he
If he makes any sort of like performance roll, to like, I give him an 18. I mean a 17.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It's magnificent. He didn't really see the action from your point of view. He was at a different gate, but there's eyewitness accounts, and he and it basically just the story is a series of quotes taken from people who were there. Rather than telling the story himself, he just draws it from the eyewitnesses and weaves it together. But what a great weave with it, and with that role that you gave him, what a great weave. And the tale that he comes up with is, well, it's the bard's tale, and it will be remembered throughout the north.
Just as intended. See, I had a reason to be present because I need to be present when he makes the.
Perfect. You're famous.
Nice. I need to buy something. I can't remember what it was.
I need to buy a bit and bridle.
But that's still gonna
wait,
be
no,
weird.
don't
Like,
worry.
when you go back to the other campaign, it's like when people see like the symbol of like Saturn's Order, they're gonna be like, "It's the giant killers." He's like gonna be a certain. He's like, "What?"
Nice.
Yeah, it won't be Saturn. It'll be the giant.
We're gonna be high level too. If you live,
It's like
that
you must
is.
be so proud to work for that kobold.
The bit and bridle are easy enough to obtain. They're good, strong leather made from reindeer.
Is it still a 50% markup?
No, it's the same price.
Cool.
Can I
And I
use-
need to buy some. Sorry, real quick, barding my.
And a
mount.
bit and bridle and a saddle.
Yeah,
Is
I got
it
a bit.
leather
right.
barding or leather or hide?
Yeah, I'm
Then you
thinking
can-
just go like studded leather or something like that.
Sure, it's a normal price then.
4 times.
4 times
Yeah.
the regular studded leather. How much
Yeah,
is
that's
studded
right.
leather?
I think 15. It might be 30. I can't remember.
I'm gonna
Quite
spend
expensive.
100 gold on powdered silver, and I'm gonna spend a little to, well, like during the downtime, I'm gonna use ceremony to turn it all into. Was it holy?
Hollywood.
Oh yeah, yeah, no worries.
So it's 4 vials that I make at the end of.
Excellent. Excellent.
45.
What's the process for making holy water? What do you do?
I guess for like during like for the whole like hour, because it's an hour long. Uh, uh, like you'd sit down, spread out some like holy texts or something, lay the holy symbol down, and like sprinkle the powdered silver into the vial, like the glass of water, and then like maybe like say a prayer over the symbol, and then dip the symbol in, stuff like that.
That's perfect. Yeah. You're doing it in the shadow of a thing called Kelvin's Cairn. Outside, a few miles outside of Bryn Shander, there's a large rock, and atop that rock is an old temple. The dwarves have lived there for years. So while you're making up these holy potions, the winds blow over Kelvin's Cairn and bring with them the magic that infuses into the potion.
Nice. Alright. And a quick question: when that star metal holy symbol is done, what would its price be? It's a
50 gold.
Okay. But if I were to get an enchanted or some degree, it would be much more expensive, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cool. Nay, yay?
Yeah.
Alright, I was just reading the chat, sorry.
Right.
I mean, you guys can just do whatever. I'll just quickly check if I need to buy anything else.
I already stacked up on random fucking shit last session. I got
Alright.
chalk, I got hunting traps, I got fucking silk rope.
Yeah, this is for all my spells that I haven't paid attention to. I didn't know that protection from evil and good consumed holy water.
Huh.
Makes it quite a costly spell.
Yeah.
Question about Bryn Shander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is, it doesn't have like a spell cost, so you don't have. Do you still have to use the component?
It consumes it.
Oh, so any spell that consumes it, you have to do the thing.
Yeah.
Like, what's the main like import export of like Bryn Shander?
Done. Furs.
The main industry?
Yeah, main industry.
Yeah, a really good question. Hey, really good question. First of all, yeah, furs and meat, these provide a staple, but there is one specialty item that they produce. There's a kind of trout here called knucklehead trout. It's got a big, heavy skull that's much like a man's fist. And these knucklehead trouts are caught in little ice pools. You carve a hole in the ice and fish for them and bring it out. And for some reason, their bones are highly prized. Their skulls are extremely valuable. Essentially, they're ivory, but ivory is quite easy to carve. But that's the whole point. They call it scrimshaw, and scrimshaw is a fish ivory that is extremely easy to work with. And so scrimshaw ornaments are the major export from 10 towns, particularly Bryn Shander, unless you count. But the hides, minerals, gems, these are pretty important trading items as well.
Okay. I guess because we've stayed in Bryn Shander for a while now. I guess with this newfound gold and everything that Draxus now has, he's gonna search out I guess an up and starting like farming company or even an existing one, and try to I guess buy into the market and put shares into it, so that way as it prospers he can reap rewards from it.
Well, just so happens that I know a nomadic herder who runs Roth up here that's looking to expand. If you're interested in investing.
Don't we all?
His Roth are very prized, I've heard.
They're an interesting breed. They're much more expensive than cattle, and as a result, not a lot of people eat them because of that. But they're a highly intelligent animal, versatile, hard to kill, very smart. Because they're a bit too smart, that's the problem. Like cows are docile, right? You put them in a paddock and they'll sit there until it's time to die. But Roth, they want to get out. They want to explore.
Okay. I guess Jaraxxus would help him by maybe trying to design and construct and put the resources towards building an efficient way of storing and transporting these cattle that
They jump 30 feet in the air.
Fuck's sake.
wow.
The only way to take care of Roth is with love. You gotta care for your animal. And you don't tell them when slaughtering's coming up. Spooks them.
Right. So
If you give me some money, I'll buy some land and defend it. I'll hire some warriors to keep the freaking Oath Guard out from pillaging, and we'll make a fortune. We will.
All right. How much do you think you should need to start this endeavor?
Individual Roth's about 50 gold. I've got a couple of breeding females. How big are we talking?
I'd like to start a business if you're interested. You can even call the business what you'd like. I'd like to have something else to fall back on, just in case, obviously, things don't work out well in the field and I'm hurt and can't continue to adventure. I'd say I'd give you... How does 230 gold sound, and you can start the business from there. And when I acquire more, I can put further funds into your pocket to create land and more people.
Not a very big amount, but it's enough to add some new blood to the stock. Yeah, I'll take this, and it'll be a good investment for you. When you've got enough money, I'll show you the land I've been looking at. It's a magnificent waterfall. Freezes over in the winter, but in the warmer months it runs a crystal clear glacier stream that cuts across Icewind Dale. You'll love it.
Approximately how much would this cost? This place?
Well,
This land. Who do we need to buy it from?
That's the thing. Buying land's not really the problem. It's maintaining it. Dwarves own it. I reckon it's about 10 gold pieces an acre. Cheap land, hard to hang on to. Needs protecting. Always needs maintenance.
Right. You know what? Okay, I've changed my mind. Here, have 400 gold right now.
40 acres.
40
a lot of
acres.
land.
It's a lot of land. You can take what we need, breed them as much as you like, hire as many people as you can. We'll start this business up. I like your idea. It's nice. Do you have a name for your business? Something catchy, something people would like to buy from.
I was thinking Balrog's Roth Farm.
Fair dinkum Roth.
Straight into the point.
We can brainstorm that.
You don't like it?
No, it's great. But see, the thing that gets people's attention is catchy names. So something that starts with something that rhymes with Wraith Farm, like or something that sounds the same, something that's really catchy and sticks in people's minds. You know?
No, don't.
Okay. Let's see.
We sell Ruth.
For now, let's hold the name on hold. I'll have a brainstorm and I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. But for now, Balrog's Roth Farm is good. Your name is well known for defending the city, and people will trust you. So
I knew the name would grow on you. I knew that you'd like it.
how about Balrog and Nerd Roth Farm?
Oh, yes, of course. It's only fair that we mention you nerds.
Yes. Actually, no. Let's change that. We'll go Balrog and Clearwater Roth Farm, as this is my money, not the party's. So
Clearwater. I like that.
Clearwater Estate, we can call it.
Clearwater Estate. Alright, he's keen.
Cool. I've marked off 400 gold for him, and I'll let him just do the business side of things.
If there's one business he knows, it's
Cool.
And killing. He's a good mercenary.
true that. Not a bad bar security man, but not a bad bouncer either.
And apparently a good language learner.
And wow, a love maker as well. So they say.
And a grandmaster at dragon chess.
He's a very talented Minotaur.
Okay, and I'd also like to use continual. I would also like to purchase 50 gold's worth of ruby dust.
No worries, 10% mark.
Oh, more? Do we have any rubies in the gems? No, that was something else, weren't there? It
That was
doesn't matter.
amethyst.
So 10%, so 55. So I have 99 gold left. And I'll cast Continual Flame on
My Bahamut and
on
emblem.
Ruskan's Amulet Bahamut.
Beautiful, magnificent.
That way I can just pull it out and pull it in, and it's just a flame then.
Yeah.
Torch.
Essentially. So it's a hands-free torch that costs 50 gold and lasts forever.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
can cover it. Doesn't produce heat or
Yeah, it won't burn the house down. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, when I'm not needing it, it's in my shirt. When I do need it, it's out most of the time.
Cool. That's one of my spells down for the day. Does anyone wish me to turn any of their hard-earned gold into holy water?
How is it different from normal water?
Holy.
Well, it's very good against undead, for one thing.
So not giants.
Maybe there's undead giants?
Terrifying.
Some spells will need it. I think
I'll need it.
I think you may need some, yes. Your spells of the holy type?
Yeah, protecting from evil and good.
You'd find very
Well, I
little
do
use
that.
for it, Prophet.
That's something we agree on.
I buy some caltrops as well.
Wonderful.
Do you wish to
50%
donate
markup.
any gold to turn your money into water?
How much is it?
50%
25.
markup.
That's
Yeah, of the holy water. Sorry, I've got the 50%.
Sorry.
it's 25 gold. You can also sell it for 50 after I make it if you wish.
I'll get one thing. Oh, two. I'll get two.
Can I
50
sell
gold.
one of mine to get 50 gold back?
Sell your holy water.
Holy water is 50 to buy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I'll,
Is it? Let's double check that.
Just any cleric can just retire and become a holy
No.
water seller.
No, it is because I remember having this conversation.
So you can sell it for 50 gold if you want. Do you do that?
I have 4 of them right now.
Do you sell one of them?
I'll sell one of them for 40 because, you know,
Yeah, bit discount.
people are on a hard time right now.
Less than an hour later, a bunch of dwarves turned up. Some of them have robes, some of them have got arms. They roll their sleeves up. I heard that you've been cutting in on a certain church business.
Business?
Got exclusive rights to distribute holy water up here in a commercial sense. You're all able to give it away if you want, but you can't go trading it unless you got a license.
Oh, I was unaware.
Alright, so they let you go this time, but don't you go undermining the holy water trade in the future, you hear?
Fucking guilds.
Yeah, I
That's
thought
not what it
dwarves were against guilds.
Not when they're in
The
charge.
dwarves are in the guild, like.
Yeah.
That's a pretty classic dwarf disposition, I guess.
We're against them, but if it's for us, we're
Place
with
is
them.
shit unless we're in control. So I've actually, yeah, I guess.
Wait, I swear, no more flying tower. We're gonna have to walk like plebs now.
Yeah.
All right. So did you want holy water as well,
Oh no.
Grady?
Yeah, I got 2. If I could.
You want to get 2 off me?
Yeah.
All right, you got to burn
50 gold.
50 gold, and then you've got them, I guess.
I mean,
Yep.
just go and get the guild people back, and then you don't have to pay.
But then
Yeah.
no, but he does have to pay. He'll pay 50 instead of 25. I'm essentially giving him a discount, but I gain nothing, so. He's paying less, and I'm getting no money because he's paying less. I'm not actually, technically I'm not charging him for it, it's just
Yeah, I know. I'm just sort of memeing.
he's fun, yeah. I'm just saying. Do we need anything else for spell casting? I would like to buy 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold each. That's it, at market value.
Yeah, no worries.
Coolio. Probably
You
plenty
probably
of
see
metal around here.
Raskan buying all this like saddle equipment, but no,
No horse.
no nothing. This is shitloads of. I have a bitten bridle. I got a fucking saddle.
Does Jaraxxus still have that ring he stole?
I have at the moment. I haven't said I gave it back yet.
What ring is this?
The
the
fake ring
5,000,
of
the
forces.
one
Oh, yeah.
for-
Yeah, you get hired. A bounty has been put out, not a bounty, an investigation. They're offering 100 gold pieces for the return of the ring. They turn to you guys as adventurers. They suspect that it was like this group of half orcs that always hangs around one of the pubs. They're known thieves, and they expect.
Nah, after everything dies down, I would have went back to them and returned it.
They give you 100 gold pieces, no questions asked.
Oh.
Okay. I bow and thank them a lot for their I don't know what to call it.
Generosity?
Generosity. There, that's it. Thank you.
Excellent. They they are thankful that skilled investigators like yourselves
Have
are
already got
here
it back before they even.
pretty much. It's like, wow, we knew you were good, but we didn't know you were.
Now I know how to run a very good scam business as an adventurer.
When
Next-
disaster strikes,
next
steal fucking
rogue.
everything.
Next rogue, steal things and then get paid for handing them back in.
Yes, but the ring itself was worth 5,000 gold.
Yeah, but like then you don't have any heat.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just a wimp like rogue, then
It just depends. If like there's a lot of attention on the object, you can just give it back to them and get money, or you can sell it to a fence. Just depends on the situation.
What will the fence pay you with?
I don't
Some
know. A
planks?
few pickets.
Trade bars.
oh, we both went with the same.
High five. Planks, pickets, trade bars. Yeah. Okay. Has anyone thought of any extra questions? Otherwise, it's just gonna be why they thought the ring was here, their next attack locations, how many giants, where their base of operations is.
Mhm.
Oh, also another good one is if she knows who killed King Hecaton's wife or where King Hecaton is. That's what two of those are pretty good.
Does she know if the Old Father is like? Does he approve of this course of actions? Like, did he cause this?
Well, he's like receded, right? So like he's pretty much left, right? He's not even like talking to the. He's
well,
turned his
we
back
don't
on
know
the
that. Like we've been
Yeah.
told that, but is that still true?
We were told that by a cloud giant, and they're generally higher up on the ordning. So
Yeah, but these ones, with the attacking giants, they may know more.
yeah,
I mean, if you've got 10
Well-
questions, you might as well include it in the list.
five
If
questions.
you've got 5 questions, you might as well include it in the list. Because then we know how serious this is. Is it just the king of the storm giants, or is it like the god of the giants as well?
I
so
just realized I didn't actually have anything from level 4. I didn't give myself an ability score improvement, a feat, or anything.
champion.
Nice.
I must have forgotten.
I think you were
Like,
just
I have-
deciding to do it later.
Yeah, and then I forgot.
I think you were deciding whether or not to have a feat or ability score improvement.
Yeah. I'm thinking Warcaster still.
You really earned that 5th level. That was it was a pretty big journey that you've undertaken. It's been a pretty big campaign.
Hmm.
It's been really
Quite
fun
epic,
so far.
one would say.
Mm.
I prefer this one to the Waterdeep one, to be honest, because
Yeah.
adventuring is more fun. Like going and finding different
depends-
towns and stuff.
I love the political intrigue stuff though.
It depends on the type of character you play and
Yeah.
also obviously what
Yeah.
you're looking for in a game of
I like
D&D.
all the NPCs.
Yeah.
Because like when you're adventuring, you leave areas, and therefore you leave all the NPCs.
Yeah.
But with
I can-
Waterdeep, like you keep running into the same NPCs over and over again. Like if you
And
ever
it's
wanted to,
hilarious.
if we ever wanted to talk to Emberwick, we just needed to walk next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's really like for Waterdeep, it's very like it's better off if you go a character that is like the character is more talkative or more intriguey. So like I can see why it was pretty boring to like if like your character was like low intelligence or not a very talkative character. It
Which
would have
was
been
Eve.
quite yeah, which would have been quite not very fun because there's not a lot to do if you don't talk. Yeah, so but yeah, like they both the styles have very good
Yeah, it's good to do some different stuff from time to time, I think. So
yeah. Is this the end of the session? 9 o'clock. right?
yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
I
okay,
didn't get cast my new spells.
I'll write the questions down. So, questions were.
I better look for a feat or something before I forget again.
Just doing. I mean,
I will go back to Belgrog and hand him the 100 gold I just got
So-
as well. So 500 gold total to
How
the
many?
business.
Oh, he's he's gonna get this business set up, and when you're ready to retire, you'll have a farm to sit on and rock on your rocking chair.
We're gonna expand. We're gonna make this global.
Yeah.
Sell meat and fur to the highest quality to everyone.
goodbye.
Bye, Sash.
Good time.